Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin powder, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
And we're back. We're back. We just left Ratchet Reality with Marriage Boot Camp, okay? And in Love After Lockup, which is the hot ass mess. Hot ass mess. Hot ass mess. What's going on, everybody? It's so good to see y'all in the room because we back for another live. Oh, and we back for another live. Oh, and we back for another live. Oh, and we back, and we back, and we back. Okay, y'all don't put me in the studio for the ad libs. Don't do it. So I didn't see anybody send me any Martell tea about him supposedly having another baby out there. Child, they've been saying that for I don't know how long, and I ain't never seen the evidence, girl. You gotta send me the evidence. You gotta send me the proof. You can't just be out here yelling things out into the atmosphere. I need to see some links. I need to see some pages. I need to see somebody posting something where I need it to be. You can't just be telling me any old thing, girl. I'm not gonna believe it. But they didn't already said that. But I need the facts. Okay, I needed an email. Okay, I needed a DM. Okay, not a DM. I'm not gonna see it. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into put a ring on it without any further ado. So the last episode, we saw Shay acting a donkey ass mess, getting into it with Alfonso's date, Ty Cherie, sitting up there talking about, I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to you, girl. You weren't talking to him. You was not talking to him. You was mad he wasn't talking to you. You was mad he was doing what he always do, and that's ignore your ass. But I have told y'all before, they like this toxicity. They like it. He likes to feel that women are fighting over him, and she likes the toxicity of fight and fuck. We're upset. We fight. We argue. We get home. You bend me over the bed and bop, 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 bop. You know, it's a very young-minded thing, okay? But at some point, peace should take precedence. At some age, you should want to calm all the way the fuck down. Okay? But that's not what Shay is giving. Shay is giving, I want problems at all times. I want issues at all times. I want beef, okay, at all times. And I don't think, I'm starting to believe that for some people, there is no helping. For some people, there is nothing we can do. For some people, you're just fucked up and you want to be that way. And we're just going to leave you there. Ty Cherie and Asar, the guy who was on the date with Shay, decided they were going to finish their dinner together. And I thought it was so funny because Ty Cherie went from screaming about smacking a bitch upside the head with a plate to, oh, thank you, that's so sweet. You're sweet. All right. I was just like, girl, you better get soft in the throat for this nigga that looked like he could toss you up right quick. I want to toss you up. Tick tock, you don't stop all night. Make me feel I want. Okay. Listen, that's not the lyrics, but that's what I felt like it was given. Like, I wanna toss you up. Cause she was a little tall and she was buxom. And he was giving strong in the shoulders, but short. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like some things that could that could happen and be enjoyable for everyone involved. But let's go ahead and move on. I was reading articles that conclude that chaos and dysfunction can be addictive. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So y'all, Shorty and Kenneth have their date. Y'all know that they also had to go on dates in the same space. And so Tavi, light skinned guy, right? That was him, right? Light skinned guy, beard. He goes to pick up Shorty, and Kenneth had to pat him down at the door as if he was security at the club, which means he would have a job. So we know that's not true. He had to walk them out and kiss her goodbye, okay, to show this my lady and all of this, that, and here. They go to a lounge and he orders a drink with a pussy in the name. I was just like, okay, this is getting a little okay. But Tavi is in fitness. He seems to have his shit together, opposite of Kenneth, who is out here talking about how he is a entrepreneur. He is a businessman, but we haven't seen any business, and we've only seen him in the kitchen cooking. Okay, in the kitchen cooking. Flip it. That's all he's been doing, fucking and cooking. Okay, so Shorty says that Kenneth lied to her about what he had when they got together. And by the time she realized it was too late, she was in love, infatuated, digmatized. Kenneth comes in with the old girl Chantrell. Chantrell had them nipples on hard. Okay, she had titties, she had ass, she had light energy, she had jokes, she had smiles, she had locks. Okay, so she was giving us a lot of good, bubbly, jump on this dick type energy. Okay, that's what she was giving. She and Shorty see each other and throughout the night often share gazes that made me feel quite uncomfortable. Like, what's happening here? Are we gonna do a threesome? We're gonna do a foursome? What's happening? Why are we staring at each other? Is it jealousy? I don't know. I don't know. But I also feel like they were the only two couples in that place. So I feel like it's damn near impossible for them to like ignore the fact that there's only one other set of people in here, and one of them just so happens to be my significant other on a date with another person. Like it's impossible to ignore the other person as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Um, but Shorty is doing a lot. Like I felt like Shorty was doing a lot during her date to show she was having a good time. It was like, girl, calm down. You're doing a lot. Okay. How old are you? This feels young. Okay. Kenneth could not concentrate on his date with Chantrell, even though she was very attractive and all of that, and giving this I'll hop on that dick energy. He seemed as if he wasn't that receptive because he was so worried about Shorty. And he tells the girl in conversation that he's a workaholic. I said, a workaholic? You a workaholic? He said he a workaholic and he had to step back. And we remember that Shorty said that he lied about what he had. He lied about how stable he was when they first got into the relationship. And then he put the dick on her. And he knew what he was doing. He knew that's the formula. Tell these girls what they want to hear, lock them in, get them on that dick, give them that broke dick energy. Okay. Y'all know broke dick energy and big dick energy can be the same thing, okay? Because the only reason you have big dick energy is because you, in fact, have a big dick, and for no other reason, okay? You ain't got no job, you ain't got no clout, you don't have nothing but height and dick, okay? But he's sitting up there lying, talking about he a workaholic and he had to step away from it. So now she think he the complete and total package, and she's just trying to understand how Shorty is fucking up this good situation she got. Kenneth tells her about his 7-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. I didn't even know he had a daughter. Did they tell us that? I feel like that's one of the first things we need to start hearing about on this show is if people have children. Because, like, isn't that a part of the relationship? If you got kids and all of that, like to me, if a man is not taking care of his children, if he's not being there as a parent for his daughter, why are you interested in forming a life with him? Like, so I feel like there are a lot of things that women just be like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. And it absolutely fucking does matter. And it's an indication of the type of person that you're dealing with. They never told us, right? Okay, thank you. Kenneth and Charlene are the only two who have had terrible dates thus far. Ooh, this is true. They've been putting that heat on Alfonso and Shay, and absolutely here with Kenneth and Chantrell. Chantrell asked what the issue is because he's the whole package. And then she asked later on if he wanted another date after. And I felt like she was offering the pussy. Let's kick it after so I can see if I want to give you the pussy. That's what it was giving to me. That's what it was giving to me. Okay. So, y'all, Shay talks to Dr. Nicole and she feels like she lost her temper and she doesn't know how it got there. I'm like, Shay, you know what I don't like about you? You know how to present yourself like you have sense, but you really don't. She felt emotionally triggered by Alfonso ignoring her when he came into the restaurant. Why? Why did you feel emotionally triggered by him doing exactly what he always does, which is act like you aren't there when another woman that he may have fucked or may want to fuck is in the room? That's what he always does. Dr. Nicole explains that she's trying to control Alfonso, like basically trying to explain what I'm always trying to explain to a lot of people. Y'all say things like, I'm not about to make it easy for my man to cheat. And I'm like, you can't. Like, you can't make it easy. You can't make it hard. If somebody wants to cheat on you, that's what they're going to do. You trying to stop them from cheating on you, all that does is wear your ass out and make them feel like you don't trust them if that's not what they really on. But if that's what they really on, they going to do what they want to do, whether whether you worried about it, they're going to do what they want to do. So I don't understand the point of obsessing about what somebody else is doing or trying to control them. If you're not going to do what I need you to do, then I'm going to remove myself. And that's it. And that's what Shay needs to understand. If you are asking Alfonso for something he's not willing to give you, that means you need to move on to another relationship. And she's sitting up there talking about, well, I'm so scared that if I do, turn my back on him, I'm never going to go back. Well, bitch, good. Because I have not seen you happy, not once. And the only reason you really want to stay with him is because he got paper. And we know that. So basically, she tells us that they actually went down to the courthouse, did the paperwork and everything to get married after she found out about the girl who posted saying that he was the love of her life. That happened the same day that they were supposed to go down to the courthouse. They go down to the courthouse, they still get married, but they never, you have to turn the paperwork in, I guess. And they didn't turn the paperwork in. So they got married, but it wasn't legal. And because it wasn't legal, they just decided to, I guess, redo it all over again and do the engagement. And then that's when she decided to leave him. And she says that when she was on her own and she was alone, she was happy. She was doing her thing. But eventually she felt like he was missing. So she went back to him. And now she's acting like she now understands that she has to communicate what she needs and wants. And maybe she never communicated what it was that she actually needed from him. Because Dr. Nicole was like, so you've never told him what it is that you want and need because y'all have been in limbo. So who knows what the relationship structure really is if y'all were supposed to be married, decided not to get married, broke up, got back together, and now y'all are engaged. So I personally feel like this is bullshit. I feel like this is bullshit. I wonder, and I saw that Dr. Nicole and them were on live right now, but I feel like I want to ask Dr. Nicole, what did you really feel about Alfonso and Shay? Like, tell me what you really feel. I don't want to know what you think based off of this show. I don't want to know what you feel based off of generalizations. I want to know what you feel about Shay and Alfonso and their wayward ass relationship and her acting like she never communicated what she needed to him. I feel like that's bullshit. I feel like the girl has said repeatedly, I need you to solidify my placement in your life by putting up boundaries with your mother, with your baby mama, and with any other woman that you may be dealing with. I need to feel like when I'm in the room, I'm the only one that matters. And you don't make me feel like that. Alfonso seems to think that he can fuck on girls when he's out of town, but when he's home, it's all about him and her, and she shouldn't be worrying about what he was doing on the road. But to me, it sounds like you don't make her feel important when you're home. You may live with her, spend money, all of that. But when it comes to your actual personal life with your kid's mother and your mom, it seems like you like to keep her at some sort of distance. And a lot of us feel like you keep her at some sort of distance because you're still fucking with the baby mama. Like, Now, I don't know how the baby mama feel about you getting your ass on national television with another woman talking about put a ring on it, but she maybe thought it was just for a check. And at the end of the day, her kids are always going to benefit from the check that you get. So, oh well, I don't know. But to me, I feel like this is bullshit. I feel like ultimately, like Dr. Nicole said, let that man make the decisions he wants to make because he's going to do it anyway. And then you make a decision based off of that instead of trying to, oh, I'm not going to make it easy on him. Y'all kill me when y'all say that. I've heard so many of y'all women say that to me when we've talked about different topics on my channel about how y'all not going to make it easy for y'all man to cheat on you. And I'm just sitting up here like, girl, there is no such thing. There is no such thing. If you think you can make it easy for a nigga to cheat on you, girl, okay. Okay. To me, I think if a nigga gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. That's what I think. Okay. At the end of the day, I think if a man is gonna do you dirty, the fact that you find a way to blame yourself for it by making it easy for him is a way to absolve him from responsibility in controlling his own actions. So if you decide to cheat, that don't have nothing to do with me. That's you. That's you. Because even if you weren't happy with me, you could have communicated that or you could have left, which is what Shay should do. But instead, exactly. Girl, I nagging. I ain't gonna have no friends. This one can't come by my house, and all of that other shit. Like, I understand having boundaries and shit, but a lot of y'all be talking like, girl, I can't have nobody over here, for a party because they may try to fuck my man in the bathroom while I'm serving everybody barbecue. And it's just like, oh girl. Oh girl. Okay. But anyway, moving on from there, the guys meet up to play pool and talk about how they've been bringing in all of these very attractive, beautiful women, and it's been difficult. Alfonso tells Kenneth and gives him the best advice, y'all. I love that Alfonso told Kenneth this. You need to get your shit together. You need to get yourself together. That way, Shorty can stop disrespecting you and talking to you crazy. And I feel like, or if he stops being a bum, then she can stop calling him a bum. Okay? Like maybe that. They say they're tired of arguing. Like even Otis was like, I'm argued out. And I'm like, yeah, Otis, because now you've gone into passive aggressive. And don't think I didn't notice it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that Otis is very manipulative and calculated in the way he does things. And I think this whole situation that he was doing, like, I think that Charlena has been scared for these past couple of episodes ever since she went out on her first date and he got mad about the flowers. I think that she knew he was going to do something to make her look bad or to hurt her. She knew it. She just didn't know what it was going to be. And because he's so manipulative, I think he likes to sit back and think of the way he can put her in a hamster wheel. So first he had her scared about whatever he was going to do. Then he started going on his dates and all of a sudden he's all cool. He's no longer jealous. He's no longer showing those same signs of abusiveness that we saw when she went on that first date. Remember? Now all of that is gone, right? And now he's in, he's kind of like detached, impartial. Does not really too worried about any of it. You know what I mean? And I thought it was so funny that when they sat down with Dr. Nicole, it was all like the setup to make Charlie look crazy. And I think that Charlie is immature, and I think that Charlie does in some ways want to be a woman who is in control of her life, but then also has a man that she can depend on, but she's childish. And so I think that because she's childish and petty, he's petty and childish as well. And they tit for tat the shit out of one another, but she doesn't realize that he's playing a long game with her. He's playing chess. She's playing checkers. She's doing little petty shit in the moment. She's getting upset. But I feel like he set her up to look crazy. I feel like he knew ever since Dr. Nicole and them were trying to make him accountable when they would talk to him. I think he's been trying to make everybody see that Charlie is the problem while never really dealing with how he acts or the way he sees their relationship. We'll get to it. They all meet with Dr. Nicole. Kenneth and Shorty talk about how it felt like a competition during their date. And he says that he wasn't really attracted to what is her name? Chantrell. I don't know how he wasn't attracted to her. I was attracted to her. So I don't know how he wasn't attracted to her. Shorty says that Kenneth usually wants women out of his league. Then she says that he misrepresented himself when they first got together and he made himself seem more stable than he was. He feels like she is shitting on him. And everybody in the room felt so bad for Kenneth because she was being honest about the fact that he lied about who he was and he likes to be with women out of his league. When she said he likes women out of his league, that means he wants women to take care of him. That's what that sounded like to me. To me, everybody was saying it like, oh, damn, that's fucked up. She said that he always want a woman out of his league. What you trying to say? And I was just sitting up there like, out of the league means women that have more money than him. And why do you want women who have more money than you? So that you can find women to take care of you. I think she was nicely, and I'm saying nicely because she could have just called them a bummy ass nigga that's trying to find a woman to live off. That's what she could have said. But that's not what she said. She said he likes women out of his league because they have acquired things that he has not. That is a fact. But everybody's going to act like Shorty was being so mean and so disrespectful when she said that. And I'm like, y'all are going to stop acting like the truth is disrespectful. If the truth is disrespectful, then change what the facts are. At the end of the day, you very much misrepresented yourself to her. And then when she wanted to break up with you, leave you, or whenever you feel like she may leave you, you do things like try to ruin her career, fuck up her bag. And then you do things like take pictures of her credit card statements and her bank statements so that you can use it later on against her. I'm sorry, y'all. Nobody is ever going to make me feel bad for Kenneth. No one. No one, good sir, is going to make me feel bad for Kenneth in the way Shorty talked to him, because ultimately that nigga is planning on robbing her or threatening to rob her to keep her from leaving him. And she may be immature and insecure or thirsty in some capacity to want to be in a relationship with a man that she can hold her wallet over. Okay, because something tells me that you can do better, but you would rather stay in this relationship because at least you have the upper hand in that financial way. Whereas if you would go and get with a man that was on your same financial level, you may no longer have any control in the relationship, and then you're expected to be this docile woman that you are not. Like Charlena is expected to be some submissive, docile child because, Otis is whoever the fuck he is. Child, I don't know. Okay, because he a chef. I don't know if he make more money than Charlena, but I know he absolutely makes her feel like she needs to be, less in control of her life in order to earn his love and affection. Whereas I feel like with Shorty, because she pays for him, she gets that respect or that love and affection that Charlena has to give up control of herself for. DeQuasia, thank you for the super chat. I agree. Otis is very tactful and gets pleasure off of strategizing ways to hurt Charlena because Charlena has not been able to enjoy the experience. Not at all. And I think it's all been mind games. Hold up. Okay. So none of them need to be married. Kenneth date was pretty, but Kenneth staying where the money resides. Exactly. And I think every woman that they put him on a date with is a woman his age, a woman who is more on his level, a woman who's trying to figure her shit out. And Kenneth don't want that. Kenneth wants to be with a woman that is going to financially support him. So Kenneth remind me of a psychopath when he's talking to you. He never opens his eyes. Stopping in to say, hey, Shorty said what needed to be said. Maybe harsh delivery, but needed. I hope you get on every couple. They all need to be single. I'll catch the playback. All right, boo. The question is, why wait this long to express her true feelings about Ken? Girl, you knew he was a bum. Oh, no, T-Bass. No. Why wait? I don't think she waited. I think she has said this before. Y'all, this is not new news. Shorty said, I broke up with him. I moved out, got a new place. He waited outside of my job and followed me to my new place and stalked her until she changed her mind and took him back. On top of the posting negative things on her job's Facebook page about her. I think a lot of the times she is doing things out of fear. She's staying with him out of fear. And I honestly feel like, yeah, she actually left. She actually left and he followed her. Okay? And I think that she was scared a little bit, and I also feel like in this toxic social environment that we live in, women think that when men are being persistent in a stalkery way, they find that, like attractive. Like, ooh, that mean he care. When really it's kind of, it might be a turn on, but it's also slightly scary, especially when a nigga start doing shit to fuck up your job. I really do think she does a lot of the things she does out of fear. And I think her and Charlena are able to let off on both our Otis and Kenneth in a way on this show that they probably don't in private. Like, y'all know, see how Charlena got in Otis' ass and he's just sitting there looking around and everybody's gonna act like, oh, look at her, look at her. And I'm like, yeah, there was also other people in the room, which is why I think she felt so free to talk how she did. And it's the same thing with Shorty. I think that these are all things that those women want to say, but often feel like they cannot. So they waited for cameras and other people to be in a room so that they can say exactly what the fuck they had been wanting to say without whatever fear of the reaction. Because they knew that those men would not say certain things or act a certain way, um, in front of people. Otis especially. It does seem that way, y'all. Like a safety escape. It does. So Otis and Charlene go next. And Otis says that he wasn't that attracted to his date and that he felt like he was happy to feel like he could trust Charlena because he saw, during the day she didn't really do anything that bothered him that much. I was just like, really? Really? Okay. Shalana says, I don't think that he's being honest about being attractive to Milan, because she was like, she's a very beautiful girl. She was, she looked very young. She kept saying that. I was like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean for you, but you know that he likes young women because he likes to manipulate people. So I don't know why you keep mentioning how young she is. I guess I feel if you say that the girl is young, that'll like make him realize that you keep calling me young, but this girl is young too, so why are you interested in somebody that has the same qualities you complain about? But looking young and acting young are not the same thing, Charlena. Okay. But she says he isn't being honest about his dates, and she has been honest about hers. His lack of honesty makes her feel like something is going on there. And Otis says that Charlena has overreacted in the past, which makes him not feel comfortable expressing himself about the dates he's going on. So here, once again, you are blaming Charlena for why you're not doing something that is required in this process, which is for you to communicate what happened on your dates. Like, now you're going to put that on her for why you're not doing your part. Got it. Once again. So, um, Charlena says that I told you I had a bad reaction when you were telling me about a woman that I didn't like. Dr. Nicole says Charlena has to allow him the space to communicate openly, just like she wants the room to communicate openly. And then Otis says that he wants to be more open. And the way he said that, y'all, this part where he says, I want to be open, like you're saying. So I'm going to just say that, me and the girl DM'd each other. I didn't feel like he was doing that for the sake of transparency. She's older than Otis. That is surprising. Uh, that is very surprising. Um, but either way, Otis be making up rules, then backtracking on those rules, right? Because he was like, I didn't say we had any rules about DMing or anything like that. And Charlena was like, we just had a conversation where you said no texting. We just had a conversation. And Otis says they had no such agreement. Then Charlie says that she wants to DM the girl herself to say hi. And this is when everybody was like, Charlena, why are you doing this? Shay felt so validated. Shay felt so validated in that moment that someone else was acting like she is about her man and wanting to fight a girl and all of that. And I just kind of feel like y'all are so basic for that, y'all. Y'all are so basic for always wanting to take it to the woman because you can't take it to your nigga. Like, that shit is sad to me. It's low-key pathetic because you know that it's not the woman, but you want to call her, you want to DM her instead of dealing with the dude that's sitting in front of your face. Okay. So Shay says, let Alfonso DM a bitch. She gonna tell everybody. I say right, because that's what you should do. Why do y'all think that's okay? To get on social media and post about when you and your dude going through issues. Why do y'all do that? That's why I'm not on Facebook right now. Because there are a whole bunch of my family members, friends, all y'all on Facebook that like to post y'all fucking personal business all up and through Facebook, but then talk about how I overshare. Like, okay, bitch. I know I'm not posting 5-page letters about how my nigga ain't shit on Facebook, but okay. Tangi Edwards, thank you for the super chat. I can't stand Otis with all that Beijing dye. Child, y'all be seeing him how that poor little hairline be trying to disappear. And he like, no, holding on. Um, so Charlie felt blindsided, and she should feel blindsided. Um, Charlie feels blindsided and says he is not what he's representing to people. Charlie says that they just had a conversation about not texting, and Otis says they had no such agreement. Then Charlie says that she wants to DM her herself to say hi. She's DMing her man, so they need to have a conversation. Stupid. She says, Shay says, let Alfonso DM a bitch. I'm gonna tell everybody. Charlie says they're done. She wants to leave. Charlie has checked out and is now being petty and childish with Dr. Nicole, saying that she still needs to be Dr. Nicole was saying she still needed to be a part of the process, but she didn't want to. She's tapped out. Dr. Nicole says that she's trying to get them to understand that you can't control anybody but you. And that's the main lesson here. Y'all, you find so much freedom in life when you realize you can't control no other grown ass people and that all you can do is remove yourself from that person. Psh, child, I be removing myself all over the place. So they try to move on to Alfonso and Shay, but Charlena, won't let that happen. She's sitting up there putting this, you playing with me. You stop fucking playing with me. When you like this, you mad. Like you want that nigga. You want like that. You know what I'm saying? And Otis was like, like just not saying anything. I was like, this dude annoys me. He did that to push Charlena off because she pissed Charlena off because she was trying to hold him accountable for being inconsistent with his needs of communication. My assessment of Kenneth is he's used to and comfortable with being on the bottom and wants everyone else to be at their expense. Even watching him with the men, it was giving clownish vibes. Yeah, it was giving, let me make y'all laugh like a clown, like a jester. He wanted to be right on the technicality. Texting and DMing aren't the same thing. Stop it, Otis. They're childish. They are. I would like to know how these couples grew up because it seems some generational toxicity is going on. Absolutely. Otis is the type that you purposely do not react to. I'm sure if Shar was unbothered, that would bother him. Oh yeah, he get real upset then. Facebook is a diary for people. It is not. It is not a diary. I don't know why they do that. It is not a diary. You know what's a diary? A fucking diary. That's a diary. Facebook is not a diary. It is a public social media platform in which y'all get everybody in y'all fucking business and think that that's supposed to help your relationship. It is not. The Punisher pulled that chess move because he knew Charlie would lose her composure. Yep. What he did was a checkmate to hurt that girl feelings. That was all the way messed up. That's how I felt, and everybody was gonna look at her like she was crazy. And he did what he wanted to do. When you don't react, it destroys the game that they are playing. Not reacting equals not caring, and it kills them. Child, that's how I would be. Otis has a big Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. Shorty is on Twitter saying it's hard to leave because he tries to destroy her life and his. I know, girl. I know. I know. Girl, I know. You can tell, girl. I feel bad for you, but at least you out here on the internet. Girl, when he was all on Twitter, somebody was tweeting him and he tweeting back and forth. I said, nigga, you better act like you don't see me. Don't see me in these tweets. Okay, don't see me because you don't want me to get in that ass. So please stay over there. I do commentary. If you don't like my commentary, get off my video. Okay, but don't at me, bitch. Don't at me. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to ready to fuck. Okay. I know it took me some time to get to the place where you wanted me to be. Oh, now I'm ready. I'm ready to fuck. Yeah. Okay. That's what we're ready to do. Y'all, before I get into Ready to Love, can y'all do me a favor and show YouTube that y'all appreciate my content? It would help. All right, you guys. Before I move on, I just want to let y'all know to make sure that y'all, come through tonight. If you're a member of my channel, y'all know we doing this interview tomorrow night. I mean, we're doing an interview tonight that's going to premiere tomorrow for everybody else of us with Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville, girl. It was supposed to be last night, but there was some miscommunication. Okay, so we're gonna do it again. We're gonna try again today, girl. We're gonna try again, and hopefully we can get you guys a good interview, and we can get some of these questions, some of these questions answered from the girl. All right, Destiny Payton. Okay, just to remind everybody, girl Joy killed me when she said she was ready to have sex. I know that's right, ready to fuck. Okay. Anyway, so they have a brunch. Carmen and Zonovan, okay? Um, she's now considering what Sabrina said about Donovan maybe not being ready to be in a committed relationship. Paul and Dakia are there together. Clifton and Joy are there together. Okay, she's leaving for Mexico soon. So we're wondering what's going to happen with the relationship because we know that Clifton needs physical touch, attention, puss, if you will. Okay. The ladies introduce the men to their families this episode. So this should be interesting. Carmen introduces Clifton to her parents, and her mom is a preacher. Her father is an ex-Marine as well, because I believe I think Donovan is. I don't remember, child. Either way, Donovan comes with flowers. He has I don't think that's right. I don't know what I'm thinking about. But either way, daddy an ex-Marine. He about that life. He'll hurt you on behalf of his daughter. That's who she looked like. Her mama is one of them old, church ladies that is now a preacher, asking that man, is Jesus his Lord and Savior, as if that means he's a good person, child. It's crazy to me because people will be like, Christian, as if that means somebody good. When I just keep thinking about the terrible Christians that like just people that are terrible in the name of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't mean anything. Eric, okay, Eric was former military. Okay. Somebody that Carmen was fucking with was. Anyway, but Donovan says he has an 11-year-old and a 16-year-old by two different women. Okay. Okay. Can Carmen correct his children? That's what her dad asked. And he says that's not a problem. His children are well behaved, but that won't be a problem at all. I thought that was a weird question to ask. Like, why is that the question? Can Carmen like correct his children? His 11 and 16-year-old? Like, I feel like that's more so of a can we bad back a little bit? Can we can we start at the beginning a bit? You know what I'm saying? It just feels like a lot. But he admits to cheating as the reason for why his marriage dissolved. The dad wants to know if he's gonna cheat on Carmen, if that's something you do. And he says as long as they communicate and have trust, there's no reason for him to break the trust of the relationship. And to me, that sounds like you're blaming your ex-wife for why you cheated. That's probably not what it is, but to me, I feel like it doesn't matter what a woman does or what anybody does. If somebody wants to cheat, they're going to cheat. And it's not about always, oh, we didn't communicate or we didn't talk. It was, I wanted strange. I wanted out. Men try to make deep ass reasons for why they go and cheat. They make the women responsible. So in this conversation, I know I'm probably reading too much into it, but to me, it sounded like you were saying as long as she does her part, you have no reason to cheat on her. And I feel like that's bullshit because a woman can do everything and a nigga will still cheat. Shaq just told y'all. Shaq just told y'all. Okay. Donovan definitely came off like he was blaming his ex for cheating. I'm starting to side eye Donovan. Girl, I've been side eyeing Donovan for a few episodes now. As soon as he started showing interest in Carmen, I was like, something's wrong with him because something's wrong with her. That's how I felt. So Joy introduces Clifton. Oh wait, let me rewind. His mom. Okay, yeah, no. Her mom asked about, is Jesus his Lord and Savior, because she wanted to know if he, if he was good in his heart area. And I just kind of feel like asking a man if the Lord is his, if Jesus is his personal savior. I know y'all think that means that proves something, but it doesn't. There needs to be other questions, mama. Mama, next time, I really want to call her grandma because she giving me grandma. Grandma, next time, find another question. Like, I need for you to think harder about the question, because I feel like there is a question that you probably can ask somebody that will give you more insight into how they are in their heart. But asking them if Jesus is their Lord and Savior, girl, I promise you that they be out here fucked up at church every Sunday. I was just saying, like, that's that question that I was just like, are you that old that you feel like that proved that a man was worth having because you found him in church? How is your relationship with God would have been better? And I still feel like that question still would have left too much open for me, because I feel like people can say anything. But I have a good relationship with God. Like, but how does that access? Like, how does that help? It's the Christians you got to look out. Listen, okay. But he said he was more spiritual, which I appreciated that answer. But when the mom asked him that, it just felt like such an old lady thing to ask, instead of asking a question that would have actually gave some insight on how this man treats women. Because I think that's the real question. Do you treat women with care? When you asking about a man's heart, I think that's more so asking, does he have compassion, or is he going to be a mean son of a bitch to your daughter when he gets upset? Is he going to care for her? Is he going to think of her? I think there's a way to ask that does not ask somebody if Jesus is their Lord and Savior. Okay, because honestly, that's not a good enough, girl. That's not a good enough question for these days. Maybe that meant something back in the day, but these days, niggas be straight up Christians and some of the most terrible people you'll ever meet, but be at church on Sundays, crossing their heart. Okay. She said it wasn't a religious question, but then asked about Jesus. That's what I was like, huh? What if he was Jewish? I don't think they believe he was they don't. They believe he was just like Moses or somebody, like another prophet, but not like the Son of God. After I saw Sabrina's interview with that lady from Rolling Out, it solidified I was right about Donovan, his raggedy personality. Crystal, send me that link. It meant to be followed up with a script. It's meant to be followed up with a script. Something. Help me. Your actions and integrity tell what his relation with the higher power is, which is why a different question should have been asked. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I'm just want people to get out of the mindset of thinking that somebody telling you that they believe in Jesus is supposed to be a sign that you can trust them. Because it's not. it's really, really not. Okay. And we won't even get into the deeper, my deeper issues with, teaching people to worship men. But whatever that does for your spirit, girl, if it helped you. But somebody sent me the interview, because I didn't even know Sabrina did another interview. Joy introduces Clifton. Oh, look at the little cute little girls coming home from school. Anyway, Joy introduces Clifton to her sister. He talks about how he's a real person and he wants togetherness. He enjoys her so much. They enjoy each other. And he says how the idea of being without Joy is extremely jarring. Like, he don't know what his mental gonna be like without her. And I feel like Clifton and Joy have a real connection, and I hope it is what it is, like what it looks like. Um, But when he leaves, Joy cries about getting everything she wanted with Clifton and feeling the sadness of them being away from each other. She knows he won't be able to be faithful, basically. I think she knows it'll be hard for him. I heard that he went to Mexico with her, I believe. If that's the case, I really hope them two grown ass people have found love with each other because they really do seem to enjoy each other and to match. And she laughs annoyingly loud when he's around, like constantly. I was like, why is she laughing? Ain't nothing funny. Like, was I the only one that noticed that Joy just constantly laughs loudly and obnoxiously during her scenes? And it's probably because she's super duper happy, and I'm happy for her. Even though I do feel like there's a, a pick me ish energy to it, but I still like her for the most part. I feel like she's gonna continue to do things though that show me the male identifiedness of it all. Like, I'm still stuck with the way she responded to Tina, but different conversation for a different day. Either way, I'm still happy for Clifton and Joy because they both seem to be smitten with each other, and that's what I wanted to see. But it's way too much laughing and giggling and shit because I feel like when women show this much interest and this much admiration and like for a man will then, I don't know, disregard those feelings, act like you can be played with, act like you'll be there because you feel for them so strongly. So they can treat you any old kind of way eventually because they know they got you. You know what I mean? So I just kind of wish there were moments when she showed some type of emotional restraint, even though she wants to pour her love all over this nigga. I sometimes look at her and wonder if she's doing too much too soon for what he has shown her in response. That's all. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on her happiness. I just always feel like women should have some type of like reserve about how excited they are about a nigga. Like, like just have some reserve about it, girl. Don't let them think you like them too much. Because if you do, you know what I mean? They gonna do the most. They gonna do the most. They meet up later on and talk about her going to Mexico and how it's going to be hard for both of them, but it hadn't hit her yet. But he was absolutely feeling it. And they don't see it not working out because of how much they're really feeling each other. And she says she will fight to maintain this. So if the ball is dropped, it won't be on her end. Then they joke about having sex as if they hadn't had sex. I'm like, y'all have definitely fucked already. Stop playing with me. Dakia introduces her mom and brother to Paul. Waste of time. They go straight to asking if he wants kids. Does he have a care position? How is his credit? All good questions, but a waste, like I said. He says he doesn't have any blemishes on his credit and he has that good credit walk. Lame. Dakia says if she doesn't want to be somewhere, she's out. And Paul has had an issue with letting things go when it's time to let things go. Paul thinks that he's getting closer to her, but he doesn't want to push it. He says that she looks good on paper. I'm sorry. She says that he looks good on paper, but she doesn't know if he is her husband. He is not. Paul chooses himself in this process, which he should. They don't want to be committed, which they should not. They made it to the end for no other reason other than the fact that nobody eliminated them. That's the only reason they were still there. Donovan chooses Carmen, and they are going on a trip together. Good for them. They can be toxic together. And Clifton and Joy choose each other. He had a sign saying circle yes or no. And then she gives a speech on how amazing he is and cries. And then they run off into the sunset together. It's amazing. I can't wait for the reunion. I cannot wait for the reunion. What y'all saying? Okay, girl, when she said that Donovan kissed her off camera and told her to keep it a secret using his kids as an excuse, I knew he was full of it, girl. What? It's the waste of time for me. It is. They definitely hunched. He ain't got no choice because ain't nobody checking for him. Uh they will try to take advantage, like the elders say, leave some to the imagination. And that's not just for how you present physically. It's not. It's not. Exactly. I don't care about the church. Do you know the actual word? People are like reeds in the wind. Faith is not people. That's what the mom should have asked. Child. Paul should have great credit. He's 55. This is also true. He likes Joy a lot, but he's being cautious. He is. And that's why I feel like I wish she would stop putting it all out there on the table like that, even though I understand why she does it. Like when you're a woman and you feel like you're secure and what your situation is and you're happy and you just want to feel your feelings, you don't want to like prohibit them. But I feel like as I've gotten older, I've realized that as much as I want to express love to people in this free flowing way, I can't, and no one can. You just can't, because people will always take advantage. Joy seems like she's overcompensating for the fact that she might be absent physically most of the time. Probably probably I'm sorry, but Paul reminds me of Woody from Sanford and Son. He did surprise us by going to the end. I don't remember anyone on this show's existence being as connected as Joy and Clifton. Maybe I'm forgetting. I don't know, but I know Jason and your girl are still together from 2 seasons ago. Y'all remember he had the vampire teeth and she was a little bit older than him. They still together. Let Clifton be certain about you, Joy. The Kia made it easy for you. I think so too. This season was awful. Yeah, I wasn't fully engaged in any of these couples. Who broke up? Jason and old girl broke up? No. No. Jason and Liz broke up? No. That's so sad. I'm so sad about that. Well, let's go ahead. Bondi, awesome. What time is the Destiny interview? If you are a member of our channels, then you know it's tonight for 8. If you're not a member, then you'll see it tomorrow when it is posted. Okay. According to Liz, he was trash. Oh wow. That's surprising. We already know Aisha and Dante broke up. Child, we was all over the internet talking about that when she put him on blast for getting somebody pregnant. Rashid and Simone. Yes, but they didn't get together on the show. They dated, but like I think she might have got sent home, or he might have got sent home right when they started connecting. But they actually do seem like they're in a good relationship with one another, and I'm happy for them because they both, I feel like, were good people on the show. Mario and Riva are still together. Yes, 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 yes. That's good. That's good. Monty Jason has a new girlfriend. They took Christmas pajama. Basically, the list is nice, but warped. What you mean warped? Warped like what? I mean, I knew she had any listen. I'm gonna leave y'all be where y'all at, cause y'all want to be there and y'all fight people that try to get y'all to open and y'all don't want to open. Y'all want to stay where y'all at. So I'm gonna leave y'all where y'all at. I'm not gonna argue with y'all about it because I don't have the energy today. But I just feel like women like Liz often live in mm, do you mean warp because of the religion aspect of it? Because she absolutely had a lot of things about her that gave that puritanical mindset that I think is very unrealistic and weird for grown ass women to have. But whatever. Um, Ace is with Tyrone from last season. Yeah, I heard about that. That's cute. I like Tyrone from last season. No, I didn't. He was crazy in the eyes. I'm thinking about the chef from the season before. I liked him, who was in the military. But some people have crazy behind the eyes, but that don't mean they're crazy. I know I just be seeing shit, but I could be wrong sometimes. Jason didn't get anyone pregnant. That was Liz was saying she has no proof. Nobody said Jason got anybody pregnant. Yeah, I liked Edwin. Nah, not Jason. Jason didn't get anybody pregnant from what I heard. Aisha, old man, Dante. Dante got a girl pregnant. That's what Aisha said. But either way, child, I don't care. Look, people of old, let's move on to Love and Marriage Huntsville so we can get this call in popping. Okay. Because we already knew how it was going to end. I'm not surprised by any of the couples that ended up together. I can't wait for the reunion to hear, what tea is on everybody. But if Joy and Clifton make it, you know what I'm saying, for real, I am extremely happy for them because I do feel the love. I do feel the attraction. I do feel the happiness. But I just sometimes, especially on these shows, I just be wanting women to be easy because I feel like the men aren't doing all of that to then the men ain't jumping out of their skin and all of that. And I know men are supposed to be cool, but I also feel like women are supposed to have a certain Claire Huxtableness about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm into it because my eyebrow is raised and I'm slightly smiling, but I'm not jumping or moving quickly because that's too much for me. But you feel what I'm feeling. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the vibe. And I know that's not everybody, but word on the curb is Aisha lying on Dante. Y'all nobody care. They be like, I'm a lie. And they be like, but your season over. Your season is over. Nobody cares. And you're no fun. I'm about to do the call in for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's get into it. So, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Child, my foot going to sleep. Hold up. Okay, Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm gonna do a little highlight reel right quick, and then I'm going to have y'all come in and tell me what y'all think about everything that went down. Hold up, y'all. I actually just started watching another YouTuber who I want to point out whose commentary I really was liking. Um, and that is, what is it, Lilith? Lilith? Somebody put Quaisha. I think it was Quaisha. Quaisha put her info in the Discord, and I have been watching some of her videos that she's been doing about Love and Marriage Huntsville and about some other things on a deeper level that I appreciated the commentary on. Jazzy, I've already done some of the ultimatum on my channel. Uh Charlie be killing me when y'all ask me about stuff that I just did. Nobody looks at my page. They don't send out my notifications. Yes, Mind of Lilith. Wounded Womb, Mind of Lilith. Yes, yes, yes. I loved her commentary that she gave. She made me feel like I wasn't crazy. Real nigga shit. She made me feel like I wasn't crazy because when it comes to the male situation, I have felt like people, like somebody was in the comments on the Ooh Ladies First panel this past week saying that, I ain't gonna call the person's name out because I don't see him in here. But they was basically saying when it comes to male, it can't always be everybody else. At some point it has to be you. And that comment made me so angry, but I didn't say anything. And the reason why it made me angry is because I feel like I hate when people use like tropes like that and ignore the facts of the situation, right? So to say that Mel must be the problem because she got issues with so many people, and you negate who the people are. Who are the people that have issue for real with her? Tisha, jealous. Martell, jealous. Destiny has now been outed, so now once again, jealous. Okay. Thank you, Deidre Johnson, for becoming a member of my channel. Thank you so much. But yes, I was listening. That view is too simplistic. Did he see the reunion? And that's the thing I love about what Lilith was saying. At the reunion, they all ganged up on her. Every single one of them were trying to make her out to seem like she's the bad guy. They always do that. And I told y'all, those who watch my review, when I do my Love and Marriage Huntsville reviews live for my members, I told you guys that I feel like Mel is a resource to everybody. Mel is a fucking resource. So when you are a resource to people and they use you and then don't give a fuck about you or your feelings and you withdraw from them, they want to get in their feelings and now you're the one that's wrong because you withdrew from them. Because that's what Tisha was saying, right? That's why Tisha's upset at Mel. She's not all of that shit about, oh, she tried to ruin my marriage. And I love that somebody finally said, that they don't agree with that shit about her trying to ruin her marriage. Because if she wanted to ruin her marriage, she probably could have dropped T on her for real, because she probably got T on her, but hasn't dropped it because she feels like she shouldn't be the one to actually put it out there like that. And I have told y'all that once Tisha threw out that information about the BMW shit, everything else after that is fair game to me. You can't ask me for my help, use me as a friend, and then shit on me. And then one of the things that Lilith brought up in her video, and I forgot about this, but I heard Mel say this, the thousands of dollars that she has given to Destiny. So how the fuck I be there for you in a way that I've actually given you money? And I'm gonna ask Destiny about that tonight. Like, did you actually receive thousands of dollars from Mel? Because I need to understand how you can sit next to Tisha and say, well, I don't know. I don't know if Mel has been the type of friend that Tisha says she's been. When at the end of the day, Mel has done for you in a way that Tisha hasn't done, and she's probably done for you in a way that Martell has not done either. And to me, it just all seems like I'm angry that she's no longer my friend the way I want her to be, that I can't use her in the way that I want to. So now I have beef, and I'm going to join with the people who have beef with her, because we're all mad at her for the same reason, because we wanted to do what we wanted to do. And if that hurt her, we didn't care. And now that she's decided to withdraw, herself from us, now we're upset. Now we're upset. Okay. So come on, too damn feisty. You ready, boo? What's going on?
Hey, Bundy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I literally was so anxious to call in. I literally rushed out of a work meeting to be able to get my phone call. I was like, listen, it's been an hour. I gotta go. You were still in your last live when it started, and I was like, I'm gonna miss the call in, but no.
I'm glad you didn't miss it.
I only started watching this show because of you and everybody else talking about it. I had no intentions of watching Love and Marriage Huntsville because I kind of had hit my limit with reality shows. But I was always watching you guys' reviews to support. And I was like, I got to see about this cheating husband and the baby mama and all this stuff. I got to see what's going on. So my point is, I have no attachment to all of the characters or all of the people on the show because I just started watching it last year.
Okay.
I'm able to have an objective of viewpoint of the situation. So it's really interesting to me to see how people don't see what's happening here. I 100% agree with you. Although it is quite petty of her, I do think Mel is entitled to feel that way because, as Wanda, the brown jail queen, likes to point out, the snake behavior. I think she realized, like, especially at that reunion, she really was like in a room full of vipers, and everybody was like having a good kiki at her expense. And I think, considering how much of a resource, as you said, she's been to all of them on the show, I mean, people are really eating off of her back. I think she just had gotten fed up. But I really wanted to call in today because I really wanted to dive deeper into the situation with Tisha, Kiki, and Wanda. I didn't like anything about that scene between Kiki and Wanda. Did you notice the lack of warmth between them, considering that they're family, considering that she looks like her?
I sure did. And
I
I
was like,
noticed
okay.
that Kiki felt uncomfortable when she
Yes.
walked in her house. Like, I'm just moving in. Like, she know that Wanda gonna take it back to the family. I went over there and she had boxes all over the place. She was trifling, girl. You know she gonna do that. That's
You
what made me
picked
think
up on
that
it. And
Bedbugs thing might be true.
I caught that too. I also caught on the fact that, like, okay, so I'm from the South too. I'm from a small town in South Florida. No auntie, no niece, no, like, none of this interaction between them as they addressed each other. You would think they were strangers on the street. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Kiki. I was like, dang, not even like, hey, niece, how you doing? Or hey, auntie, what's going on? Nothing like that. And Wanda was getting real friendly with the B word in that conversation. Did you pick up on that? I was like, oh,
I heard her call her what she said, she messy bitch or something like that.
yeah. She said that several times, and I was like, so that's what we do. We go to our niece's house and disrespect them to their face like that in their home. Okay, that's interesting. I said there was a lack of warmth there. So when Kiki dug into that whole thing about her and Tisha being pitted against each other, I was like, boom, there it is. Because Tisha seems to be perpetually in a space where she compares herself to other people. And then I know most people's first instinct goes to, like, oh, well, her and Mel are beefing. But let's take it back to the house situation, how she doesn't want Kimmy to see the plans, the floor plans, the blueprints for the house. You got your house, you building your dream home. Kimmy's supposed to be building her dream home on this whole estate. Why are you worried about her seeing the blueprints for your house? If you building what you want to build, Why is Kimmy and not seeing it a factor for you? She compares herself a lot. So that tells me that she did grow up in a space where you compared yourself to other people and placed yourself on a hierarchy above other people, or were or seeing people as above you and you were trying to be better than them. They have a very toxic dynamic. And I can relate to this because I have a little bit on one portion of my family. The comparisons do trickle down. It does start with Wanda and her generation. And you can tell by how she talks about other people. Well, Tisha has this, Tisha has that. Her kids have better hair. They're jealous of her kids' hair, so we wouldn't want them to come around. Kiki's not lying. Is my point.
No,
Like,
she's not. You could tell. And you could tell she felt that shit real as fuck when they were having that conversation about, I am tired of y'all creating. And here's the thing. She didn't just say Wanda. She said her dad and Wanda. So to
yep.
me, that makes it even more so real because it's like I'm not even shielding my own daddy from this shit.
Even as far as saying how I wasn't able to have contact with you guys until I got old enough to be reaching out on my own, probably without permission.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki's not lying. But my point is, like I said, not to say that she was right. In no circumstances do you ever really go against family, especially in such a messy way like that. But something in my spirit tells me that Kiki has hit her limits with things being said behind the scenes and is now reacting or engaging in some petty warfare. But because Tisha is perpetually a victim, it makes her look like the villain in this situation when she's probably in turn. I think that's the reason why she went out her way to bring up something that happened so long ago. It's like, you've done this quite often. Tisha and her mom have a history of talking about other people in a way and laughing behind their back. And also, did you notice how in the confessional, Tisha's first instinct was to go to Kiki being jealous of her? That was, she did it without even thinking.
Yeah, because that's what Wanda tells her. Like anytime she probably has had conflict in her life, her mom has probably told her, "Girl, they just jealous of you." Like the shit she said in the confessional, Wanda, she said, about how Tisha took such good care of her when Tisha was fronting, like, "Oh, whatever I tell Marceau, that's what he gonna do." Girl, bye. Your name on the businesses, and it still seemed like that man doing whatever the fuck he want to do, contrary to what you want him to do. But okay, girl. But either way, Wanda said in a confessional, if your daughter was like my daughter, you won't throw your daughter away. That is some ignorant ass shit.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I don't even find Wanda, like, people think that Wanda's entertaining because she's like, mispronouncing words and saying all of this ignorant shit and smacking her gums and shit. Like, people think that that's entertaining. I think it's entertaining when she's kicking up mess on the show. The shit she does on social media and just her as a person, I don't find entertaining because to me it reminds me too much of the people that cause such detriment in our family circles. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, like I said, I am one part of my family, and I actually have very limited contact with this side of the family because
Hey, you still there?
yeah, I'm sorry, I had a call coming in. That situation trickled down so far, and it started with our grandparents, and it trickled down to my parents, my mom's generation, and down to the grandkids, to the point where I'm just like, oh, I'm done. Like, y'all are beefing about stuff with that started with people that aren't even alive anymore, and we never even met these people. I'm not doing this. This is not what I want in my life. So yeah, it definitely exists. Like, it's honestly, I think people are so focused on the scene with Mel. It's like, but let's start at the root of the problem. Like, I don't think
And it
Kiki was
wasn't
lying at
even
this
that
point.
bad. And see, that's the thing to me. Like, even though I feel like Kiki is fucked up, and if my cousin had did that to me, I wouldn't want to fuck with her anymore either, Tisha. So I'm not like mad at Tisha for that. But I do feel like whatever was said, it wasn't that bad.
Hmm.
Mel said, so that wasn't the first time that y'all had conversations about cheating in their relationship. And she says, no, it was not. That wasn't we've had conversations where she's had to look at her marriage. That was it. She didn't confirm a cheat. She didn't give any real evidence or give any real information. She just said that they had to deal with it, which honestly, that's is that new information to anybody really, that Tisha and Marcel have had to talk about cheating in their relationship
We
prior
didn't
to
even need
this
that
show?
confirmation from her that this has happened. We've seen it with our own two eyes
This
on the
was just to
show.
prove the point that Mel wasn't trying to destroy her marriage, meaning that information like that had already been out. So don't act like that was the first time anybody had ever told you. That was just to prove that Mel wasn't doing it maliciously the way I think Tisha keeps trying to make everybody believe.
I'll take it a step further in terms of how Tisha spins the narrative. And also, we did get to watch in real time how she sticks her mom onto people. Like she plays, we've all known that she does it, but we actually got to witness how she does it. Well, mom, don't go over there and subliminally start stuff with her because we talked about it and we're good. And next thing you know, Wanda's going out of her way to show up to her house in a faux fur coat. I don't believe that was real fur. But I do think it was a point for her to put that coat on while she went to that girl's house, is my
Girl,
point.
she had the fur on top with the pleather on the bottom. But thank
And
you,
then even in that live, because I was just watching it earlier on Jamie's page, when she made that comment about trusting people who don't buy shoes and boxes, and she said Kiki's
girl.
Goodwill type,
Yes.
Goodwill store type.
And
Like
it's so funny, like, oh, we're talking about Goodwill, but weren't you just talking about how you was upset because you lived in a project and they lived in houses?
Kiki is not lying, is my point. Like, y'all can be upset with her for doing that in that scene with Mel at the slumber party, but Kiki is not lying, is my point.
Right.
So Tisha's not a victim. And we've seen this type of behavior from her before with other people. She did it to Kimmy, she did it to Mel, and now she's doing it to her own cousin. Like, we know what time it is with her. That's the only reason
Yeah,
why I
she
wanted to
gonna
call
deflect
in.
all day. But thank you. Thank you
No
so much. I
problem. I'm
appreciate
going
you
back to the
coming
live.
on.
You have a good one, Bondi.
You too. All right. Only one Adrian. What's up, girl?
Hey, what's up, boo? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, girl. So let me try to get to this. So let me just start with Mel and the Destiny Kimmy thing. I definitely felt because I watched your watch along, and I definitely agree with what you were saying. Kimmy had a reason to be a little bit annoyed with her because, girl, you know why I'm asking you and coming to you with this first. I don't want you and your ex-husband to come and act the daggone fool at my son's housewarming the same way he did at the graduation party. So I'm trying to bring this to you first to make sure y'all don't come in and have a whole scene. But in terms of Wanda, oh, and then the Destiny thing, I feel like another part of Mel's annoyance with Destiny, because she went and was like, when she was talking to Martell, she was like, oh, we bonded over our divorce. And it was like, no, you didn't share that with her. And I think because Mel's her friend and brought her on this platform, this was an opportunity for you to speak. You didn't even share it with me. I think Mel was like, dang, girl, you didn't even share it with me. And I think she really felt a way about that. Wanda and Kiki, the issue was with Wanda and her brother. And I feel like what Kiki was saying was, it sounds like to me the brother was an entrepreneur and maybe got his family up out the hood and kind of left Wanda and them behind. Or for some reason, there was some classism issues going on between them because Wanda is still in, she's in a competition with her brother. I feel like she lives vicariously to Tisha. And so she's constantly trying to throw Tisha's success up in her brother's face. That's what this is about. It's, well, look what Tisha doing. But look what Tisha doing. That's not really for Kiki. That's for her brother. And I feel like you said, unfortunately, you have those issues in the family that trickle down. Now, her, Tisha and Kiki were not able to be as close as they probably otherwise would have been. And when Wanda, to me, all of the stuff that they were saying, I would never in a million years think about using the B word in front of one of my aunties or at them. And she was like, oh, talking about Kiki, I lead a hood bitch into you or whatever they were saying. I was like, I couldn't even imagine saying that to one of my
No,
aunties.
I curse in
But
front of them, but not at them.
not at the exactly. But I think also it was that this thing about Tisha being jealous, these delusions are greater. Tisha don't got nothing to be jealous for. What does she have? She got a man. Okay, they have a business and a couple of dollars. Now I'm not trying to minimize their success because I'm gonna buy some of that wine because I really want to try it. I heard it's really good. And I want to support them, as Black entrepreneurs. But I'm talking about the way that Wanda keeps trying to make it seem like Tisha's just living such a wonderful, fabulous life for everybody around her to be so jealous of. And that's honestly ridiculous. She got a man that's making her look like a complete and utter duck on national television. This trailer looks fire because I want to see how he wiggles his way out of the newest allegation with him being in a hotel, whatever this thing is, when it looked like Kiki about to drop the T. And he like, yo, do it. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and do it. Because unfortunately, we got to watch Tisha. She's like, I'm not, now you're not. Yeah, but babe, that's how you look. That's how this man got you looking. So what do you have that anybody is supposed to be jealous of? Wanda ain't answered that yet.
Child, because
So
they run on repeat. They run on
Mm-hmm.
repeat. They don't run on logic. They don't run on critical thinking skills until it's time for them to uncover some bullshit or some mess. Then they got all the sense in the world. But see, when
Mm-hmm.
they just try, in this situation, Kiki had her on the ropes. When Kiki said that shit about y'all competing and all of that, y'all see how she was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of rolled her eyes like a fucking insolent teenager. I said, the fact that Wanda still acts like a teenager as a 60 something year old woman tells me that you did your daughter a disservice. I
Mm-hmm.
also felt like during that scene when they were talking, she made Tisha insecure about doing the right thing. I can't imagine how hard it must be having her as a mother when you are deciding to handle something like an adult and your mom is convincing you not to. Like when she was talking about how she wanted to handle things with Kimmy and that they're in
Mm-hmm.
a better place, and you could tell that Wanda wanted her to not
Right.
continue to be in a good place with her. I'm like, you want her to handle things in a toxic way because that's the way you handle it. This idea that everybody needs to be scared of Wanda for some reason, I don't know what that's about.
Because Wanda is one of them old women that show up that is walking around thinking that somebody owes her some amount of deference and respect because she is however age she is. And that's why I like the way Kimmy handles her, because she's like, I'm not about to sit up here and let you act completely ignorant and you think it's going to be okay just because you 60 something. And I think that's to your point. That's not funny. All of that talking, the way she's doing the things that she's saying, it just sounds completely, she sound project. She sound like and that's what I'm saying. You could see the way she was act like you said, act like a teenager. She's still stuck in a mindset where she's competing with her brother. That, to me, that's what I'm saying. Now that Kiki articulated the backstory and the family and what that really is, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what this is about. All of this is about her
Jealousy.
throwing. She's living vicariously through because she ain't got nothing, so she got to live through Tisha. Because Wanda don't got two pennies, so she got to live through Tisha. It's Tisha's success that she's living through to throw that up at her. Well, look, my daughter made it. Well, y'all not the only ones in the family that made. Look at my daughter. That's
My
what it
daughter
gives
on
me.
TV, honey. My
My
daughter
daughter's on
on.
TV. My
Yeah,
daughter got
yeah.
a bar. My
Even
daughter,
though she
my
on there every
grandbaby's
day
got good hair.
looking like she gonna cry, girl.
Look, walking around looking like she is in, like I said, neck down, dead, just completely and utterly in pain. And
It's
the crying that she was given later on in the trailer,
hmm
I hate to see it, but when she looks like she's in pain.
she's always in pain. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can tell. Like nothing about
Mm-hmm.
this looks pleasurable to her.
Nope.
Thank you, only agent.
Thanks, babe. Thanks, babe. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Sharella 2003 for the super chat. Wanda is dangerous. She upholds Tisha in her BS and behavior. Tisha will never grow because she has two of her closest people stifling her growth. That is a fucking word. Yep, Wanda has arrested development. She sure does. Hey B, you ready?
Hey, Bundy, can you hear me?
Yes. What's going on?
I ain't gonna be before you long. All I'm gonna say is we already know Wanda's a fool. It just is what it is. But I was happy to see more of the family dynamic, like your first guest was saying. It definitely shed some light to kind of what we kind of already felt about their friendship and their situation, or their family ship and their situation. I still think Kiki was dead wrong, and all of this runs way deeper. And just like I think Kiki was wrong, I think Mel was wrong, because regardless of what Mel says that they don't talk about Tisha, we know that's a lie. Because we bonded over, our relationship with Tisha. Well, then that means y'all talked about Tisha. That means y'all both had a common enemy, quote unquote, in this situation. It was calculated. It was, and the thing about Mel, which is it's just the thing about Mel is she knows how to spin a narrative. It just is what it is. That's what makes people either really like her or really dislike her. She knows how to come off not as calculated and manipulative as she is. I'm sorry. I don't dislike Mel, but I also see her for what she is. I think that she is the reason why her and Martell worked out so well is because they're so much alike in actuality. When it comes to um manipulation. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. The same way Martell is going out here trying to make everybody's Mel's enemy. Mel will sit up here and be like, well, I don't know why anyone's mad at me. I don't know what I've been her friend. We ain't never seen you and Kiki the whole time. But now I've been her friend. We've been talked on the phone. We've been cool. No. It's manipulation, and it just is what it is.
I see. Here's the thing. It can be petty, but manipulation to me is to play with the mind. And I don't think that that's what she did. I think that she brought her on the show straight up to prove a point that I wasn't the first person that said something about your husband cheating on you. So don't say that I tried to ruin your marriage when you know good and goddamn well you threw something at me and I threw your shit back at you.
Well, this is why I say it's manipulation, because I agree. That's why she brought her on the show. But then she's playing in our face and saying that's not why she brought us in the show. She's trying to manipulate the viewers
Did
into
she say
thinking,
that? What
yeah,
was
she
the
was like,
reason she said for bringing her on the show? Because I
huh?
didn't know she answered that question. When did she like? Did she say I brought Kiki on the show?
No,
Because
she said we
she said,
feel
"Oh,
like
you're saying
when
oh,
we
because
can,
she said they were really friends."
yeah, she's saying that they're really friends when we can see through why you brought her on the show. You're trying to play it like, oh, y'all were friends, y'all were cool. No, your reason for bringing her on the show was exactly what you said, to prove her point against Tisha, which is fine. Stand in that. But don't try to make it seem like, well, no, that's not what I was doing at all. When that, yes, it's clear that's what you
I
were
don't think
doing.
she did. I don't think she denied that that's what she was doing. I just think she said that her and old girl was friends, but that don't mean that she wasn't doing it for that same reason. I don't think she denied that I brought her on here to prove my point. But it's also saying, yeah, and we talk about her together. I'm sure they do because Tisha was the one that told Mel Kiki's business. So to me, it sounds like they may have all been cool at some point if you felt comfortable to call Mel and tell her Kiki's business. So at the end of the day, like I said, amongst them, that shit is fair game. All them hoes messy to me.
And I see people in chat saying that's not. I'm not saying she's manipulating Kiki. I'm saying she's manipulating how it comes off to us. You get what I'm
I don't
saying?
I see what you're saying, but because I don't feel like the wool is trying to be pulled over my eyes. I feel like it's very clear. I just feel like Mel is one of those people that I'm gonna nice nasty the shit out of the situation, and I can't disagree with that approach because they will say bad things about you no matter what. So why not try to keep yourself as squeaky clean as you can? But I feel like we can see what it is. I'm bringing her on the show because she decided she wanted to befriend Destiny. So now I'm gonna bring your cousin on the show to talk about you. I don't. What did she deny though? Somebody said she denied it. What did she deny?
She denied that her and Kiki. It's just it's. I would have to go back and give you the thing. Don't worry, Bondi. You know I'm always here. We'll
No,
talk
I
in the
feel you,
comments.
love. I feel where y'all coming from on it. I got y'all. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Thank you. All right, come on, Nola Reeves, boo. Let's go.
Hey, Bonda, you know I love you, girl.
What's
You know
up,
I
girl?
love you. But I had to come back this week because didn't last week when I called in, I told you, I say they ain't family for real because they ain't calling each other cousin.
Yeah,
Because when we see our cousins as cousins,
you know
and
that's a
baby,
New Orleans
that
thing, though. That's
I
us. They
mean, but
don't be like
listen,
us.
I know that's our thing, but you could just tell in the dynamic. They ain't family like that. But needless to say, I was right because, girl, I would never, my aunties would never come to my house unannounced, calling me a B. Like I kiki on the phone with my auntie and be like, "Girl, you know that B said a girl," and then I'll be like, "Oh,
Right, we'll do
my
that,
bad."
but you ain't about
Like
to
I'm gonna
come
catch
over here
myself
calling me
because
a
I'm
bitch on my
grown,
sofa.
right?
Mm-mm.
Because I'm grown and that's my auntie. But we not about to go back and forth. It was too much bees flying around. Now I know we here to talk about the show, and I'm gonna talk about the show. But baby, did you see that live with Wanda and that shake and go wig?
Girl, you talking about the Jamie posted on her page, and she was in
Yes,
a
girl.
call
And she
talking
was sitting
about.
up there talking about how, oh, that's a lie. Kiki made that up because my brother loves his niece. I the same way I love my niece. And my brother would never get on TV and talk about his
I
niece.
didn't hear
But you
that
getting on
part.
his live dragging your niece, making her like she less than your daughter, but you love your niece. Wanda needs to stop. She needs to sit down. She has cultivated everything that is insecure in Tisha and passed her on to Marceau to be dogged out even more. You want to sit
Yep.
up here talk about everybody wants to be like your daughter, ma'am. I don't want to be miserable to see me sit like I'm sitting high for society. I'd rather live in my little project if I have to with a peace of mind than be living high and mighty and miserable on the inside. And I don't
Okay.
care about people living in a project, okay? Because my auntie Christine, may God rest her soul, stayed in the third floor in that St. Bernard project, babe, and was feeding me red beans at 8 months. Best beans I ever had in my life. Lord, I'm sorry she gone, but I'm glad she in peace. But no, ma'am, and I don't, part of me don't believe that it was just about them living in the project. Part of me don't believe that. I believe Wanda and that brother got some other things going on and they have some type of beef. Not necessarily that just they was living in a project, them living in a project and him moving out might have been like, oh yeah, I could shit on you because we done moved out. But they already had some other things going on. And she most definitely, both of those parents cultivated it. And I messaged Kiki on Instagram because I'm nosy, okay? And I asked the girl, I could send you the screenshot. I said, did Wanda or Tisha ever ask you directly, what did you say? And that lady told me, I seen you the message, they never asked her. Can't nobody come tell me my family said nothing and I don't ask you what happened.
Because they know what it is. Everybody know. Everybody know. The only people that don't know is the viewing public. You could tell in that fucking trailer, everybody that was at that table knew what Kiki was about to say. At least 3 or 4 people reached for
Girl, the
Kiki to
girl
stop
behind her, did
talking.
you see the girl behind her was like, don't do it, don't do it,
The one
don't
next
you
to her
do
put
it.
a hand on her leg, like under the table. Like I saw her reach, like,
And the
ooh.
one behind her was like, don't do it, don't do
There
it.
was
And I was
somebody
like, girl,
off
do it,
camera who's
do
on
it.
reach. I said, oh, they was about to, child.
And,
He and then
and
he was like,
Marceau
do
ain't
it,
did nothing but
do it.
cause a
When he
commotion
did that,
and did
I
all of
was
that
like,
huffing and puffing so Kiki didn't
mm-hmm.
blow his house down. That's what it was. We read your body language. And y'all about to sit up here and go to Atlanta and do another mail trip to get yourself in trouble with cameras this time.
Child
And
with
then last night
cameras.
I was on at the Candy Shop channel and she posted a lady that somebody sent her that's allegedly Martell's boo. And baby, the same lady is sitting front and center in that trailer. I said, not if that's his real boo for real, allegedly, because I don't know, it ain't my source. Somebody sent it to the Candy Shop. It's on her thing. I seen the screenshot. I see the thing because I messaged her this morning. Like, isn't this the same girl that you told us last night on the live was Martell new boo? Now she in making a cameo on the show, and Coleslaw is still around here begging.
That's because coleslaw went at Mel with your dumb ass. See, if she would have played her position, she might have been able to slide in there, but she wanted to be known and seen and shit. Remember, she wanted her likeness. Well, now you got to deal with
Exactly.
the fact that other girls probably gonna be able to slide through because they haven't created as much ruckus.
Drama and ruckus, right? Because I would have never known none of that. And then this is my last thing. I understand where people come from with Mel talking about Mel shouldn't have never brought Kiki on the show. But here's my thing: one thing for certain, two things for sure. I know I watched that reunion last year, and I know Carlos stood up there and said before anybody comes on the show, the cast agrees. So is that not true for Kiki? Number one. And number two, Mel could have brought Kiki on the show, but Mel can't control what's gonna come out of Kiki mouth. I want them at the reunion to play the unedited part of what happened at this thing. While at the end of the day, I don't necessarily agree. I'd be like, oh, we ain't about to talk about my cousin
Right.
like that here, and she ain't here to defend herself, and that would have been the end of it for me. But at the end of the day, what she gave us was tea we already know.
The tea was
What
not
she
hot.
gave
The
us
tea
was
was
tea that the
warm.
people in Huntsville around here sending the YouTubers anyway.
Child, the picture that was Martell head. I saw that picture what months ago when they posted that shit. That was
I
the back of
sure
that nigga
did.
head. That nigga cheating. We ain't about to do this.
But we already knew that dude. Let me tell you something. Martell don't strike me, and this is just my opinion, as the type of person who gonna take somebody to do dirt with him and they gonna have dirt on him, but he ain't gonna have nothing back on them. They was
Oh,
all out there together on their
let me
new
tell
shit.
you. When Lilith was talking about in her video how she felt like Marceau was helping Martell cheat,
I
it
believe
took
it.
me back to the reunion when Marceau told Martell, I told you she wasn't the one. Meaning that's not the one that you cheat with because she gonna blow your spot up because she's stupid and she young. You gotta find you somebody that's gonna stay quiet when all of this shit hit the fan. And I think that's why everybody is like ignoring it. But I think Marceau absolutely was teaching Martell, because Martell not that smart. Martell can't. You really think Martell was able to hide that shit from that girl from all of them years if he didn't have help?
See, like my soul gonna sit up there and tell us about cause baby, my truck have whatever he called it, decals on it or whatever. If my truck was somewhere, it'd be no. What you do is you get your car and you park it at Black or wherever you telling
And
Tisha you
have
gonna be,
somebody
you
come
get
get
your
you.
Uber or have them come pick you up. Don't act like it ain't Uber and live around here more. So stop playing them whole games. But Tisha
Exactly.
looks so miserable. She looks so miserable. I really want her to stand up to her mama. Miss Wanda is depressing to me. Like at first, I ain't gonna lie. I used to like Miss Wanda with her finger waves, looking like she smelled like nothing but pump it up and pre-con gel. Okay, I did. I used to like Miss Wanda, but she doing too much. And after she posted them raggedy potatoes that disturbed my soul, I just can't with her.
That shit
I
look
just
nasty.
can't with her. I want her to be, it's okay to be a defender of your daughter, but your daughter is grown. When you are a mother and she was a child, that was your time to impart in her and teach her how to defend and stand up for herself and carry her as a lady. So therefore, when she is an adult, she can now do it and defend and stand on her own. So the fact
Hello.
that she can't do it and she come run to you and then want to sit and play with my face and my shape like gravity ain't playing with it enough because I'm over 30 and want to sit up here talking about I didn't want my mama to do that. Yes, you did. You
Jesus.
absolutely did because you can't do
Mhm.
it for yourself. But Wanda
Okay.
needs to say, I done raised you to be the woman that you need to be. Go ahead on and handle it. And if Tisha gonna stay with cheating more so because she don't want to be embarrassed, she better do like her mom saying, get half her husband and a boyfriend too. And
Okay.
thank you, child,
That's
because
what
my
I've been
lunch
saying
break
she need to do.
almost over, baby. I'll be waiting.
Okay. Girl, they a mess. Thank you for calling in, though, my girl. You know
You
I
know we
appreciate
got to have us a good Kiki. But I'm
you
gonna
know
send you
it.
that screenshot from
Please
Kiki
do.
too, because you know I like to prove I'm not lying to you, baby.
Okay, hit me up.
All right.
All right, love. All right, y'all. Prosperity. Oh, Rain with Ricardo. Child. Listen, come on, Rain with Ricardo, girl. What you got?
Lord, I was like, oh, I got another minute. Nah, it's me. Um, Child. Okay, first of all, Destiny, you want to talk to Martell, and y'all talking about Mel. That's what she talking about right there. She don't care who you friends with. Just keep my name out your mouth. And if they talking about me, be like, she not here to defend herself, so I don't want to hear it. That's what she talking about. And I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. She better have her bobbleheaded self up there on that interview tonight. Because we was waiting. We went,
Y'all don't please don't be disrespecting our guests before we interview them, y'all. Don't do that.
okay, we was waiting on her and she ain't show up. So you saw what the Discord did. But we gonna move on.
Yes.
Kimmy has a right to ask, can y'all be adults at my events? Because every time y'all go somewhere and y'all are in the same room together, y'all act like y'all ain't got no home training. Y'all act like y'all don't know how to behave in public. You act like you wasn't raised right. I mean, looking at Martell, of course he wasn't. But y'all act like y'all don't know what to do when you in public in front of all these people. And what we not gonna do is bring that negative energy into what's his name? Jalen? That's his name? I hope it's his new space. We don't want all that bad energy in his new space. Because then you gonna leave your bad energy in that space, and then that bad energy is gonna latch on to him and whatever little girl he gonna have in that apartment or house or whatever it is. So can y'all act like adults? No? Okay, then I'm gonna have one of y'all there and one of y'all can't come. Because I know Martell goes off on her. I don't know if it was like this episode or the next episode. But how you gonna be mad? Y'all don't know how to be adults.
I honestly the scene with Mel and Kimmy, y'all know I already told y'all I didn't like that shit. Like, leave Kimmy alone at the end of the day. I know that you're upset that people didn't see what was going on, but ultimately it took you a minute too. So I agree with what Kimmy said about that. She can't dictate who he's friends with and all of that. But I also feel like everybody is acting like Mel is not just saying, I'm just not gonna be around you. Like that's all Mel is saying. I'm just not gonna be around you if you around them. And then everybody's like, you can't tell me who to be friends with. Okay, well, you ask why I'm moving myself away from you, and this is why. But let me ask you this: what did you think about Destiny when she went over to Martell's place? Because a lot of people are like wondering if something is going on between them.
I can't say because I'm gonna get on Miss Wanda next, but I can't say if something is going on between them because they've already said, we were friends before, Destiny and Mel were friends and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, that's your friend. You gonna stick it out to the end because y'all was friends before they got married, friends while they was married, and friends after the divorce. Once again, it's the stop talking about me with your friends.
Mm.
Why are you so focused on me? Like when you were like, oh, who are the people Mel has beef with? And just was like naming them jealous. I was like, the whole time I was like, you got jealous, you got uber jealous, and then you got jealous times affinity.
Okay.
Just say you're jealous of the lady. Now, Miss Wanda, Miss Wanda, Miss Wanda. It takes a snake to know a snake, and you, ma'am, are a snake. I don't know not one person, unless you got real beef with your family like that, or y'all just toxic AF, that when you come into your niece's house, you calling her out her name. You didn't even say, hey, niece, nothing like that. Mind you, Kiki been on the show in the past.
She has to defend Tisha.
She's been on the show in the past. Now, I get it. I would have a problem with my cousin sitting there talking with people who don't like me either. But she didn't confirm anything that we didn't already know. Your husband cheating on you. And I gave like a little small tidbit to my auntie, and I was like, how would you feel if your husband was doing all this and then when he took a trip to Africa by himself? She said he wouldn't be coming back to me. And she don't even watch reality TV. She was like, he wouldn't be coming back to me. We all know he's cheating. You know he's cheating. The people in Huntsville know he's cheating. The people in Africa know he's cheating. Miss
I
Wanda,
think
don't know.
people in Africa. I feel like he cheated in Africa too, and I don't care what nobody say. They swear up and down they don't think he cheated in for a month. I say, child, please.
The people lying. Y'all know he cheated. Miss Wanda, nope. Don't nobody want to be Tisha. She's miserable. Just like that when I was talking about Ultimatum, and I was like, whenever you see Ray on our screens, this dread, this sadness just washes over you.
Yes,
She
yes,
is the same way. Why do I want to watch a reality show where the moment you get on the screen, I feel sad, and there's like this feeling in the pit of my stomach like something not right?
yeah,
Lady, I don't know you like that. I don't. I shouldn't have to feel this way.
right,
And what little raising Wanda did of Tisha, you put her at a disadvantage. She's jealous of everybody who has just a little bit more than her or is doing just a little bit better than her.
right.
I would be watching out while you signing all the paperwork and while your name on the businesses and the houses and all this stuff. Because I'm like, you sure he not setting her up for something?
Listen, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like Tisha need to make sure all her ducks are in a row. Protect
Right.
yourself.
And Wanda and her brother, like y'all got beef from 40 years ago that y'all have passed on to your daughters. That has put everybody at a disadvantage when it comes to what type of relationship you gonna have with family. I want to know what the beef is. What's the problem? What's the real issue? I'm not talking about the classism, the fact that Kiki Daddy made a little money and got about the projects. Because ain't nothing wrong with the projects if you can make the inside look nice. Ain't nothing wrong with the project. They may look jacked
Child,
up
as
on the
long as it's
outside.
clean. That was my main thing. Like I had an auntie that lived in a project up until a storm, and you can go in her house, and not only was it freezing cold, but you can eat food off the floor.
Right,
So that's
like
of no importance.
nice and clean. As long as it look good, it's clean. Everything is. When I say hospital clean, I mean hospital clean because you got to be as clean as them. Then nothing is wrong with the projects. What's the real problem? What's the real issue? And I just want to know what's going to happen at the family dinner if Kiki is going to tell her what it is because everybody was trying to stop her, and I'm like, tell it. What is the big thing
Yeah.
besides him cheating? What is the big issue? Because everybody was trying to stop her. Wanda was trying to stop her. Tisha was trying to stop her. People
Mm-hmm.
off camera was trying to stop her. People at the tables was trying to stop her. People who wasn't even at the tables but was like a little few feet
Everybody was
away.
turning around like, "Whoa!" I
And if I was
can't
there,
wait. I think we
and
got a week.
I'm gonna wait a week, but I would have been there like, tell it, do it. He not gonna
Listen,
do nothing. He built like gummy worms. He not gonna do nothing. He all soft and squishy.
child, he been working out. He think he's strong now. He
He
cheating,
not
but
strong.
keeps paying for those bourbon prostitutes the correct amount. Oh my god, not paying for them for bourbon prostitutes,
Not the
child.
suburban prostitutes. You said he working out, and that only made me think about poetic justice where they get out the truck.
Oh yeah, you ain't buff, stupid ass.
he
Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you
okay.
for calling. I appreciate you, love.
All right, I'm gonna go back to watching. Okay.
All right, love. Bye. All right, come on, Prosperity Thick. What's going on, my girl? Not. You so petty. Talk to
I
me.
want to know. I want to know when he got so bad. I want to know when he started scaring people. Like, dude, if you don't sit your gummy mouth butt self down somewhere, sit down. Um, Everybody asking the question about Wanda and Kiki. Why did I want to see the birth certificate? Is Kiki the child that Wanda had when she was too young and went to live with grandma? Because they the same
Ooh.
damn person.
They look exactly alike too. I was looking at that shit, and then I was
And
like,
they
in the confessional, Tisha and Kiki look so much alike. That shit crazy.
and they acted like everything Wanda gave Kiki gave it right back. Who you think you talking to? Bitch. Oh, you want to? She said, "Cause I don't fool around with bitch." She said, "Yeah, I don't play with them dogs either. Like, lady, don't come over here."
Exactly. She kept it cute. Like even though Wanda was pressing her, calling her a bitch and all of that, she kept it as cute as possible because child, let me tell you. I know some people that curse their damn auntie out right there.
I couldn't, but I do know some child, and the ones I know, yeah, Wanda would have got it. Wanda would have got it and been tossed out the house at the same time. You got to go. Destiny. Destiny. So you going to Marceau, and you going over to Martell house because he can give you some insight. Girl, if you don't stop it, you know he's the only other lady on that show besides Tisha that loves to male bash. So that's why you went over there. You didn't go over there to get no insight. What insight did you get? What question did you ask? I heard not one question. I just heard you stating things that happened to get him on your side and to talk about male.
I'm
So I
still
hope
I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me what Mel did to Destiny. Cause everybody talking like, and Mel messy. So because they want me to be sure to see that Mel is fucked up for stuff. And I just want to see what did Mel do to Destiny? Cause I'm just curious.
I keep trying to find out the same thing, Bondi. I am not a millimeter, like I said last
I
time,
don't
really
see
whatever
myself
the
as
hell
that.
they y'all. I just see real, and I just know it wasn't that deep for y'all for you to sit there on that stage and lie and say you hadn't heard from her. You didn't say you didn't talk. You said you haven't heard from her, and you did hear from her. She was texting you. That's hearing from you. Are you Wanda's child too? Like you don't comprehend that? Like, what is going on? And if it was only 6 weeks that it took for you not to hear anything from her, what's the big deal? We're too grown to be talking every single damn day. If you got that much time and you need to go find you another job because evidently you're on public assistance, so you need to be out there job searching if you want
Okay.
to talk to mail all damn day long.
Okay.
Something ain't right with that picture. You know, I'm not your friend because I don't talk to you every single day. I need you to stop trying to put mail out there and tell us something that makes sense about your life. Why does LeBerick has custody of your child? Why do you have your child less time than Black China has her kids? Like you had us thinking this man was a deadbeat dad. He just left you destitute, high and dry, and didn't do anything for you. Because I'm like, how's this man? Why you on public assistance and you just married? Why you don't get no child support? No, nothing. We see why because he had a child most of the time.
I'm about to say,
Like,
they saying now, they were saying it's a Black China type situation where LeBerick has the baby
yeah,
like 5 days a week and she has the baby like 1 or 2 days a week. So I mean, I don't know if we'll actually be able to ask her that specific a question, but I am interested. Like, what is the makeup, girl? Because they saying a lot of things out here, Destiny. We need some clarification, girl.
yes, and do you have to be out that house by the end of this month? Like, you keep trying to put things on mail. You keep bringing mail up to deflect from everything that you're not telling us and not make, and what you are telling us doesn't make any sense at
all. Can you be transparent as you wanted Tiffany to be last season? Because we still don't know nothing about you. You
Yeah.
say your dad in town. Why your dad can't go sit at the shop while the shop open? And if you don't have a child, like everybody's saying you don't have a child, why you can't be at the goddamn shop? Like, can we just know some things? That's all I'm saying, Destiny. Can we just know some things and stop trying to make it seem like Mel is just doing you so wrong and so dirty when the whole time you the one talking about her to somebody that you know isn't a real friend to her. You did not like this lady when you came on the show because of the relationship they had. But now all of a sudden you don't know their makeup. You don't didn't know that she would have a problem with you being friends with her. No. How many times does she have to tell you? She don't have a problem with you being friends with her. I have a problem with you being friends with someone and talking to them about me. How
Exactly.
hard is that to comprehend?
It's not hard for me at all. I honestly, my head be hurting with the way I feel like people try to make all of these things Mel's fault. Like, I just be like,
Child.
child, I guess.
And then if you say something on her in defense of her because you a woman and you can understand these things, you a
You can't.
millimeter. I'm
Yeah, you
not no
can't.
damn millimeter. That is the dumbest name I ever heard in my damn life. I don't even know what it means. Is it a ruler? Is it what is it?
That's what she
I'm not
called
that.
her fans and stuff. But
I'm,
at
I'm
the
just
end of
saying,
the
but what
day,
object is that? What do I know a
and
bob? I
they
know what
made
they
it
look
up.
like.
They made
What do
it
a
up.
millimeter look like?
That I don't
But
even know.
yeah, so that's not the problem. The problem is I'm a woman and I can sympathize with the situation that she is in. I don't have to be a stand of nobody. That's just stupid. Tisha,
Right.
girl, your mama is leading you down the wrong road. You need to go and just let your mama do her thing and eat fix some potatoes because I
Y'all,
swear
please
she
stop
don't.
bringing up them potatoes. Every time somebody say it, oh my God.
She
Ugh.
need to
Give
make
my
her
stomach hurt.
slogan Wanda Show Enough Potatoes, where we give you everything, the kitchen sink and the garbage disposal. Because I swear I don't know what that was on that damn potato.
Child, it looked
But
like she
your
just took
husband,
whatever was in the refrigerator and put it on a potato.
so that was Thanksgiving dinner on that potato. She had sweet potatoes, burnt cornbread, asparagus, greens, macaroni and cheese. I bet it was some chicken or some turkey on there too. But your husband is cheating on you. You know he's cheating on you. We all saw that picture. If we know your man back, you know your man back. You see that back all the time. We only saw that back
Mhm.
a couple of times. You know the back of
Girl,
them
we know
ears.
what the back of
That
that
was
nigga
your
booty look
man.
like. We know.
Thank you.
She gonna
That
cry.
was your man. You know it was your man. And what do he mean he went to dinner with a friend? Why you didn't know he went to dinner with a friend? What's the friend's name? What day was this? How long was dinner?
And
What
why she was
restaurant did y'all
crying?
go to?
Why she was crying again?
Thank you.
And see, that's what I feel like. It ain't no motherfucking understanding either. It ain't no understanding. Y'all
Thank
know
you.
I see some of y'all think that they have some type of like understanding in their relationship. I don't think that's what it is at all. I think that
At
he's
all.
doing what we think he's doing, which is
He
lying to
shouldn't.
her, and she doesn't want to. She wants to believe what he's telling her because believing the opposite of that means having to redo my whole life, and I
I
don't want
have
to
to
do it.
rethink my marriage. Like Kiki said, she had to rethink her, and she don't want to have to do that because Wanda has told this girl since she was a child, when you get with a man that got something, you don't you stay. And now you got folk 3 kids with him. Who, like she told Mel, who gonna want you with 3 kids? Who gonna want somebody with 3 kids? A lot of men. Cause guess what? I got 3 kids. I got 3 degrees. I got a whole stake in business. I got my own goddamn bank account. That's what men want. It ain't about the kids. These kids about to be out the house in a little while. You ain't got that much time to go. Don't do what your mama did.
Hmm.
Girl, let it go now. So your kids can get used to having to go to daddy house and mom house. Don't wait till they get old and then they want to resent you for it. No, that's not the way to go at all.
Hmm.
But girl, get yourself together because you are too beautiful. Every last one of these women are the backbones behind these men. If it
Yes, they
wasn't for
are.
these women, they would not be where they at. We saw Kimmy make sure that Maurice got through his school and took his ACAT, whatever you call it thing, his law degrees and all that. We saw Mel make sure we know Martell ain't nothing without Mel. He's scraping, trying to make something
She tried to
instead of
save
just
him.
going to study for a business license. You're
She
not
tried
good
to
at
help.
nothing else.
Ain't doing
Exactly.
nothing.
And we see now that Tisha is the head behind her business. All her name is on every
Right.
damn thing.
Like
Why do
a
y'all
lot
let
of
these men?
women. She gonna let that nigga think he the head of a household and all of that, even though her name on everything. That's what Tisha was over there doing. And
Thank
now they
you.
trying to use that to make it seem like she's in control, but she's not really in control. You're the smart one and he's the face.
Yeah, you're smart in the head, but you're dumb as hell. Well, you ain't got not no common sense at all because 2 plus 2 will always equal 4 and not 5.
Child, it's a
I
mess.
ain't got
Thank
nothing
you.
else, Bondi, but this shit is
Thank you.
ridiculous.
I appreciate you. You have a good day.
You too, y'all be safe.
All right. All right, so let's go ahead. And we're gonna move on to my last person, and then I'm gonna get off here. Hey Hershey, what's up, girl?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna be real quick because I have a final to do. Um, um, first I want to know when Destiny was saying she wanted to get some insight on Mel, why would you go to the ninja that is on a negative, like a negative path with her right about now, but you want insight on her?
That
I'm
didn't
not
make
understanding
sense.
that.
Go talk to her mama
And
or
if
somebody. Like,
I mean for real, but on honesty, if her and Martell was so close, that they such close, long time friends, why didn't she go to him for some money instead of Mel?
ooh, because he ain't got no money.
Well, that's true too. But at the same time, that's your friend though. I'm not finna ask nobody but my friend for some. He the closest one. So I'm, in my opinion, well, can Mel go to LeBarrett since she knew LeBarrett before she knew you through Martell? Should her and him get together and Sugar Mama and them get together and have a play date or
Like a
something
little
like
play
that?
date, right? How you feel about that? I'm curious.
Because at the end of the day, since we talking about who's friends longer and all like that, why not?
I don't see
I
a
mean,
problem,
if that's the
especially since
scenario y'all going
Martell
on,
is still friends with LeBarrick.
I'm just saying. So why not? Since everybody's still friends, but see, that's the thing. What Mel was saying, your ex can't come to me, even though I know him before you. Your ex can't come to me and talk to me about nothing about you, because I'm loyal to you. And it's common sense. Everybody want to say, well, she should have said that. It's common sense. If I'm your friend and your man dogged you out, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to be more mad than you because you ain't going to keep doing my friend like this. It
And
ain't
then
going to take you to tell me to cut them off, or if you're going to be friends with them, don't talk about me. It's
right,
not going you don't have to explain that. It's common sense.
it is.
Then I want then with Miss Wanda, oh my God, I said in another live, she need a leapfrog because Hooked on Phonics is just way too advanced. She really do. Because I think she imagined image teacher, image, what? Is you trying to say envious?
'Cause I didn't, y'all know
Oh,
I read the
okay.
subtitles when Wanda is up there. So I don't be knowing what, I
I
just read the letters. I don't know.
It's crazy to me how people not remembering. I think Miss Wanda was a teenage mother, and I'm not talking against teenage mothers, but you could clearly see that she was,
Young.
popping it when she was young. She was popping it when she was young, and
Popping it back
that's why Tisha is with Marsto now, because she got pregnant.
in
That
college.
marriage wasn't about no love.
Nope. She got pregnant in
That,
college and they hurry up and went ahead and got married.
before she bust out the seam, like my mama used to say, before you get to the last row on that belt, because that's how they used to measure it. Before that belt pop, y'all need to get married.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Yes.
And everybody know Marceau cheating. She know he cheating. Ray Charles and he dead blind know he's cheating. Stevie Wonder know he's cheating. Everybody know he's cheating, including Tisha. So if Wanda is going by what she said about Mel wasn't married no 13 years because Martell was out there doing whatever. Okay, well, how long Tisha been married? Can we not say they've been married 15 years?
I
Since
think it's
she
been
clearly got some
14.
sister wives, not just a sister wife.
Hmm.
She got sister wives. So
Child.
I'm not understanding that at all.
It's a-
And Martell, please, Martell, I'm gonna need you to stop crying over that pamphlet, and I'm gonna need you to stop having male name in your mouth. I'm gonna need you to
Please.
do all of that.
And figure something out
Please do
that
that.
nobody else on the show has done. Everything he do is a reboot of something somebody else on the show has done. Like that book.
It's definitely a reboot. I'm like,
Yeah, Miss Bailey had a children's book. He got a wine. Marceau and them got a wine. The only thing nobody else did was a calendar, and because who does calendars these days?
because we have phones.
Exactly.
We don't need
We
no
don't.
calendar. We have phones. We don't need no calendar. It's just, I don't know if it's some in Alabama in the water with these men. I have my child father is from Alabama, and me and that Negro do not get along. It's something about the arrogance or something about, and it's like you too country for this. You is too country and ignorant for this. That's
Right.
why
Like
me and him is not
confidence for no
together now.
reason. Fuck, you got all this
Just
confidence for.
I'm just saying. Like, I swear for Lord. And Kiki, yeah. Marcel, you can tell that whole body language.
Oh
Oh, go
yeah.
ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's that country mad
I was
Negro
like,
coming
look
out.
what you telling on yourself with this overreaction.
What? And when I saw Kiki sit back and that smirk came on her face, I said, see, that's the same thing I would do right there. As soon as I would have said something, he would have popped like that. I would have been like, tell on yourself, because my Negro is in the back of me and he would jump on you right now if you come across that table. Because her husband was standing in the back of her too. I think it was that big
Whoever that
black
was,
that had on all black.
I think they walked up on him eventually. Like, and he was like, "Man, ain't nobody gonna do nothing," da 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 da. And it's like, "Yeah, I know you ain't gonna do
Yeah.
nothing. I know you ain't
Yeah,
gonna do
not with
nothing."
that big Negro standing there. You not gonna do nothing. See, Lewis is a big teddy bear, but that one looked just as gutter as the rest of them. So you pop off on my wife and you gonna get full like an envelope. So it ain't even nothing about it. So I think
Right.
that's the reason why he ain't want to pop off as bad as he was going to pop off when Kiki just sat back and did that. I understand the rivalry, what Kiki was talking about, because that has been going on with family members, well, especially mine. And some of it has to do with colorism, but it was a of because you this way. Well, I mixed with Haitian, but I have cousins mixed with Puerto Ricans. So it was a battle with that.
Right.
Oh, you better than me because you mixed with Puerto Rican. That's supposed to mean you better. Y'all definitely ain't better drivers, so how you better? But that was back in the day.
Right.
We grown and know that, you know,
Those
most
things don't
I
matter.
got a cousin that's having a baby by one now, so it is what it is, but that's what it is. You have parents, the aunties and uncles and stuff, they put people against one, and the kids against one another. Well, my kid got this and your kid, I keep my kid and Tommy Hilfiger and you buy yours. Yeah, I understand what Kiki was coming from,
Yeah, I sure did too.
and I get it. And Tisha need to understand that her mama is trying to live through her because she didn't do what she was supposed to do. I feel like her mama dropped out of the school in middle school.
They saying that she had her at
I don't
15.
think she finished
Child, obviously.
because there's no way you talk like this. Because
And
when I
then
went to college, my mama was mad when I kept saying ain't.
yes, my people used to constantly want to correct me. And it was just like, oh my God, like I get it. I know the right way to say it, but it sounds better when I say it this way. But I feel like that's not the same thing as what she over there going through. Like she got a real like speech impairment that she's passed down to Tisha. And now I think it happens with Tisha out of anxiety. I don't think that Wanda was the best mother to Tisha. I'm sorry. Like I don't think she emotionally
I
supported
don't
Tisha.
either.
I don't think she was the best mother to Tisha. I think she financially provided for her and she did it out of competition. Like my baby gonna look good because it looks bad on me if my baby don't look good, if my baby not taken
Exactly.
care of. But it wasn't because I love my baby and I
I
want to make
love her
sure
and I want her to have this.
yes, exactly. Because even the way she talks about
It's
Tisha, it's all from a place of being able to flaunt her around to people versus feeling like
and
my daughter's
compete.
yeah. It's just it's
It's
not
the same way why she It's the same way why she want her to stay. And it's crazy to me because when everybody was jumping to stop Kiki, Wanda didn't.
no, because Wanda want that
Wanda
shit out.
stood there.
Wanda
She
want
want that
she
out.
want her to she
She
wants that
wanted
shit out.
out slick.
Mhm.
She wanted out slick wise. She wanted to get the money from Marceau. She want to do, she want that status, but she low key. It's like, you
Okay.
are toxic, lady. In a way, you doing that and you still want to hurt your daughter. You know this is hurting your daughter. That's some toxic, sick stuff. You know what is going on, and you would rather it come out like that without it looking like you trying to put it out there when you
Right.
really trying to
You
put it
don't have
out
to be
there.
the bad guy.
Because not one time did she stop it.
And I'm trying to understand why it is that everybody is mad at Mel. Like everybody will keep saying Mel tried to ruin Tisha's marriage. Like, what was her mama doing?
The whole time.
What was
She
her mama
said it
doing?
outright. She said it
But that's cool
outright.
though. That's right. That's so
It's
cool. That's cool
cool.
though. And then this
It's the
comment.
same.
Let me read this comment. You're not gonna convince me that she's doing. Nobody said Kiki was doing a good deed. Where y'all get that from? We just saying that birds of a feather. Like nobody's gonna
They
sit up
flock together.
here. Yes, they're alike. So for us, we're not saying that Kiki ain't wrong. What we're saying is Tisha and Wanda and their family seem fucked up. So whatever they
The
doing,
whole family.
they've done it to each other. That's
They
what
have
we're
done
saying.
it to each other. It's the same way like people want to say, well, Mel is coming at Kimmy. I think they had a real adult conversation, but I get what Mel was saying, but I also get what Kimmy was saying in an adult world. Okay, when he was doing all this stuff to me, he was such a good guy. Low key gaslight me. Y'all should get back together. He's a good guy. I think he got a good heart. But now that his shenanigans is turning
Affecting
your world
y'all,
upside down,
which you should have been felt
now
like
all
that.
of a sudden you want to use precaution. So I
Yeah.
get what Mel was saying, but I also get that Kimmy, well,
You
Martell
told me that you
in a
didn't want to come
nice
to the
way, she was
family
saying
dinner.
Martell is slow.
Right.
In a nice way, she was trying to say Martell is slow. He is really trying to get back at you because you left, and now he's stuck with Duck over here. So yeah, and is it me or is that woman that is supposed to be his boo? How she get airtime before Coleslaw did?
Child, I thought that was funny. That's because she stayed quiet.
That's what she keep going at Mel, but you and that's another thing what I don't understand about the Scotch. You keep going at Mel talking about she trying to destroy your marriage, yet his side order has continuously put y'all business out in the street and y'all don't have no venom for that bird brain over there.
Child,
No
she
venom at all.
no. And that's the
So
why
I'm not understanding that, but
Marceau doesn't have any venom for Mel. He stays very cool on a cool side of the pillow when it come to Mel. I think because he don't want Mel to put him on blast. His to me the way he acts around Mel seems like, oh, let me smile and dance and back away because I don't want her to come at me.
exactly. But he know he was giving that girl money for Martell and different things like that. He knows what role he played. But just like you said, when he said when he told Martell, I don't think this is it, dog. This ain't
Yes,
the one. Yeah,
she
because he was
young.
telling him she's finna
She
blow
trust
up
her.
your spot because
Yes,
she
she's
not trying
not.
to play her position.
She don't
She
have the
want Mel's
mindset
position.
she need. Exactly. And he was trying to tell him, and he wasn't listening because he was all gone, and she, because she was detaching her teeth from her mouth and sucking his dick hole and all of that. Y'all know how you men go up for
I
the
mean,
young girls that
whole,
detach their jaw.
whole.
Okay.
So, and I mean, she was competing where there was no competition because you went out here on April Fool's Day with this man and was so happy that he finally showed himself on your stuff, but yet and still won't acknowledge you on his. Won't call you his woman, won't acknowledge you as anything important like that. So, and you come out here with these shenanigans every time that he disappears for a week or two. So it's
Right.
just like, girl, I'm gonna need you, and I'm gonna need you to go and take yourself and sit down. Make sure you go and get that child checked because something is disturbing. I don't know if it's you carry it in the womb and stuff happens. See, this is why you need to be careful on how you do and what you do while you pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Because that child is always crying, it's always in distress. And I feel sorry for the child because it might be a little delayed because his mammy don't know his mammy slow. So it
Oh,
needs to, I just feel sorry for the baby in that whole situation
I feel sorry for
because
all
you
the babies.
brought that baby out to be vengeful.
Right.
You try to make Mel miscarry, and then now you got a child that is in constant turmoil. They need to figure that out. And instead of Martell trying to go after Mel about her 4 kids, they fine over here. Your 4 kids fine over there. Do something about that one over there. Show as much concern for that one, because you acting like you ain't showing that much concern for
Well,
that
thank
one.
you so much, Hershey. I appreciate you for calling in and
Thank
giving
you
us all
so
of the
much.
commentary, girl. Thank you.
I'm glad that I was able to get in. I thought I was a member already, but I saw that I wasn't, so I went on here and became one. I love you. You like a friend in my head. I'm glad. I'm just proud
Thank
of
you.
what you do, girl. So keep doing
Thank
you.
I will. I appreciate you. You have a good
Uh,
one here.
You too now.
All right. Bye bye. Okay, y'all. Thank you for the super chat, Tony. Wanda has brought every rumor from Huntsville, from the Huntsville streets to the show about Marceau. Every single one. So I saw something that I wanted to comment on. And where is it at? Where is it at? Marceau came at Mel and her mama. So Marceau made, put that rumor out there about that sex tape that Mel's mom was in with his brother. I wouldn't say that was exactly him coming for her like that. I don't think that's him coming for her. I think that was him trying to come at her mom, like as a, I'm gonna get at you because I'm messy. To me, it was like I'm gonna throw that out there because I'm messy. Because I think that Marceau is an agent of chaos his damn self. But I also feel like, can you explain to me again why he never goes that coleslaw then? If Mel doesn't have information, if coleslaw, like, why is it that he will go at Lewis hard as fuck? And I ain't heard him say nothing. Well, Mel put that out there. Y'all say Mel tried to ruin their marriage. I don't feel like he's ever really gone at Mel for that. I do feel like Kiki is trying to be on the show, but I also feel like so is Tisha, so is Wanda. That's my point. Like, y'all keep trying to make a point that Kiki is bad, and I'm saying that Kiki is just like Wanda and Tisha. So I'm not going to get all upset on Tisha's behalf, because I feel like Kiki, Wanda, and Tisha are family and they're all alike. So I'm not going to be, looking at it like, oh, Kiki. No, 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 no. Pay attention. Kiki may have came on television and did this messy shit, but to me, I don't care, because Tisha been messy on TV. Her mama been messy on TV. They're all messy on TV. And they're all trying to be on TV. They all shitted on Mel, even though nobody would be on the show if it wasn't for Mel. They all shitted on her anyway, though. Every single one of them would not be on this show if it were not for Mel. And everybody still went at Mel's neck when she had not done anything to them firsthand. I want y'all to call one time when Mel went at somebody first. Not after the fact, not as a response, but first. And that's my only thing, is that to me, every time that something has happened, it's been Mel responding to what people have done. And Mel is messy on TV. I don't think anybody's arguing that. I think if people weren't messy on a reality show, then the reality show would be boring. It's not about being messy. It's about biting the hand that feeds you. It's about backstabbing and trying to make somebody seem like they're the bad guy because you don't want to take accountability for your situation. It's about everybody using Mel and what was going on with her and Martell to get their paper up on this show. And whenever it was time for their tea to be spilled, now everybody wants to, run scared and all of that. But y'all was laughing, y'all was joking, y'all was talking about, y'all was asking questions every time something was brought up with Mel and Martell at the beginning. Tisha and Marceau and them, how is everything? Are we okay? And all of this shit. In season 1, she brought up Marceau's cheating allegations. Again, I said, when did she do it first? She did not bring up Marceau's cheating allegations first, to be very clear. Go watch season 1 again, love, because that's not how it happened. Y'all, I know this show. This is my show. I know this show. And what I do know about this show is that when it comes to Mel and Tisha, Tisha started it. We can argue about it all day, but you're going to be wrong, because I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about with this. Okay? Let's remember that the show was casted with just Mel and Martell, and Carlos wanted an ensemble. Yeah. What's your point? What's your point? That does not negate the fact that Mel is the one that was cheated on and had to publicly go through that while everybody else got to keep all their dirt quiet, while her dirt was put out on Front Street and she had to live with it and deal with the way people came at her. And she did. She dealt with the way people asked questions. She dealt with the way Martell acted with her. She dealt with the way Tisha and them reveled in her mess. She dealt with it. And now everybody, what? Now what? Y'all just hate Mel. Just admit it. Stop trying to come up with all of these reasons for why she's wrong and why she's. We have said Mel is everybody's messy. Y'all are literally on a video talking about other people's relationships. Everybody's messy. Get over it. Everybody's messy. Get over it. But my point remains, okay, that to me, it's a Mel hate train this season. That's how it feels to me. Kiki is on the show for clout, just like Tisha is on the show, just like Marceau is on the show, just like Wanda is on the show. So at the end of the day, if Kiki is wrong, so is Wanda. But y'all find Wanda funny, right? Okay then. Miss me with the bullshit. Okay? Miss me with the bullshits. All right? If you don't like Mel because you don't like Mel, just say that. Stop trying to come up with all of these all of these reasons, histrionics, and misinformation that y'all have about what happened. Bringing up shit where Mel responded to somebody as a reason to try to act like she's so terrible and all of this shit. And it aggravates me because it's not like ain't nobody, clocking the mess or clocking when she's doing messy shit. But at the same time, I'm also paying attention to what was done at the reunion show where everybody sat up there and took turns shitting on Mel. Like they all took turns. They all took turns talking about how Mel wasn't a good friend or, talking about how they all knew about the side chick and everybody was sitting in Mel's face lying about it. I mean, I think that everybody knew about the side chick before Mel knew. I think Tisha knew. I think Tisha knew because Marceau knew. I think Kimmy knew because Tisha knew. But Kimmy's not gonna ever say anything because Kimmy ain't gonna do all that. Fuck all. I'm getting all that shit. But I think that they were cheating together, the men. I do think that Tisha knew. And I think that a part of the reason why I don't have a lot of patience for Tisha is because she knew and she waited until Mel, told everybody about it. Oh my God, really? Not, girl, I heard something and I didn't want to tell you because it wasn't none of my business, but da-da-da. No. And then when Mad Day came, because Mel had an issue with you for talking about her behind her back after she tried to help you, you decided you wanted to throw it in her face about her husband having, the side piece, right? And Martell brought the girl a matching BMW. That is when Mel told her to ride around the bar and see what her husband was doing since she want to throw what Martell was doing in Mel's face. That was a reaction. That was a response. Tell me when it happened first. No, but see, don't do that. Don't do that. Because when I say everybody's messy and everybody's been wrong and it's fair game between Tisha and Mel, everybody wants to point out the things that Mel did wrong, but they never want to point out what Tisha did wrong. I've noticed that about y'all. So don't tell me that y'all don't have the Mel hate train when I only see y'all pointing out things to prove that Mel is the bad guy, but never pointing out the stuff that Tisha has done and said, never pointing out how Miss Wanda has been online talking shit about that lady, her kids, her husband for what, years now? Thank you for the super chat, Deshaun. Wanda made Tisha damaged goods and she's suffering from it and don't seem to know how to channel herself out of it because it was what she was surrounded by. In order to get out, a male identified herself is. Okay, heifers. I'm sorry, y'all. I just see it the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that people have different opinions about the show, and that's great. That's why I have y'all come on and tell me what y'all think. But we're just not gonna agree about Mel always being the bad guy in every fucking situation. Like y'all tiring me the fuck out. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be male and help all of these people and go out of your way to be there for people, and then they just shit on you. And then when you start being like, oh, everybody's shitting on me, so fuck you, and you start being petty like they've been being towards you, and not everybody like, she is so manipulative and fucked up, I can't believe her, look at her. Like, after everybody then came at you, after everybody then said something about your shit, everybody then came for your neck. But when you react, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but people do me that all the time. And I do often see myself in the way she handles herself, and see myself in how you'll be 100 for people and they'll still shit on you. And then when you react, you wrong. So yeah. Okay. No, don't tell me about what the point is. I don't want to hear about what you feel like the point is. Because at the end of the day, what I said is what the fuck I said. Y'all make arguments to show who y'all really like and who y'all don't like. Every argument is to show that Mel is the bad guy. Everything y'all saying is bias. You're not looking at it from both standpoints. And then y'all say I'm biased. I'm not biased. I want Tisha to win. I like Destiny. But at the same time, y'all can't shit on somebody and get mad when they react. Like, you just can't. That's not fair. And I won't ever agree to that. And that's that on that. Okay? So, I'm done. I'm done for the day. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Call-in show. Okay, I enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much, everybody that called in and gave their opinion on the show. I appreciate y'all so very, very much. I am gonna go ahead and get out of here. I really want to come back for a BondyBlue show, but I don't think I'll have time to do that because we have the interview with Destiny this evening. So I'll probably do a BondyBlue show tomorrow. We can talk about all of those other things. So my energy will hopefully heighten a bit, so I won't be cursing anybody out in the live tomorrow, because I feel like that's what's going to happen. But either way, y'all have a good rest of y'all day now, and I'll see y'all